All right, then. Let's get into the recap of last week's session. Who wants to start?
I was thinking we could do the recap in media res because this is a good opportunity before we last left off for everyone to put their heads together and figure out what's going on here. So, how
Absolutely.
about this? Rick pulls out a notebook that he's definitely had on him this whole time, and he's gonna flip the pages and he's like, "All right, so here's the deal. All right, we landed on the planet, and we met first up with Slogi, the boss of trading old things, and she took us to Halfless, the boss of people." And she kind of filled us in on what's going on, this place's whole deal. I mean, first of all, this is a city of giants, and second of all, no fighting, right? I mean, that's what we've been told ever
Right.
since we got here. There's no fighting ever. They really hammered that in, but otherwise, seems like a pretty peaceful place. Things seem to be going good, so we decided to explore the town. Halfless sent us to go and meet Vogie, the boss of making new things, and Slogi, Vogie, and Halfless are related. Halfless is their mother. And she also told us to go see Gimver, boss of fixing pain, and he is Halfless's husband. Okay, so we did that. We actually, I think, split up. Let me recall. It was me and Valerian went to go see Gimver,
That's
Mhm.
right.
and Toad, you and Altaic went to go see Vogie.
Yep.
All right. Well, when me and Valerian went to go see Gimva, we saw that one of the giants was injured and currently under his care. And it turns out later on we figured out that was Solemn, the boss of growing food. And with a quick forensic eye, I determined that Solemn had been attacked by someone, human-sized, which kind of violates the whole no fighting
No
thing.
fighting.
Yeah. Um, Toad, Altaic, what did you guys learn when you went to go see Vogie?
Quite honestly, not too much. While we saw a workshop, she seemed more distracted and uh, met with Notor outside of her workshop almost immediately after arriving.
Yeah, that's
Then
right. I think didn't we meet up at some point? I think you followed them out of their location or something.
they were having some sort of discussion that they wished to keep private. We approached, but they noticed our presence. You chased after Notor. We followed Vogie, but she closed the door on us within her family home. And Toad, uh, wild shaped into an incredibly endearing fox, but was found still unwelcome in their home. Couldn't figure out more information from that. Were you able to follow up with Notor? Oh, go ahead.
Well, we had overheard also Vogie when, or maybe not overheard, but eavesdropped on their thoughts with Notor when they were arguing in the square. And it seems that Notor thinks that Vogie needs to fix some girl. Some girl is hurt that Vogie seems to be aware of. Potentially the same person who was involved in the altercation with Solemn.
It seems likely, at least it lines up that way, but we could be chasing dead ends as far as that goes. Well, me and Valerian chased after Notor, but he cleverly evaded us, and, well, we couldn't find out where he was going.
Yeah, he knows the streets a little bit better than us, and yeah, kind of clumsy.
Well, we tried our best. Anyway, I think after that we all met up again at Gimver's place to go and talk to him, and we ended up helping him heal up Solemn, me and Toad. Unfortunately, that did a...
empowered magic.
Yes. Oh, yeah. That's actually important. We did discover that this place seems to like it when you use your magic to heal people.
Yeah.
Well, we healed Solemn, and that unfortunately did kind of erase the evidence of the fight off of his body. But I mean, I know about it at least. Valerian was there too, so at least we have that circumstantial kind of evidence. Frankly, this place doesn't seem like a bad place. I mean, Gimver, once we finally healed up Solemn, seemed like a pretty nice guy. Also, I think he's telling the truth about not really knowing what happened with Solemn. I mean, we talked about giant rats, and then he said, yeah, it probably was giant rats. I guess there are giant rats around here. I don't know. We haven't seen any. But as far as that goes, I mean, I don't think he's in on this, but it seems like something's going on with Vogi, Notor, Slogi, and Halfless, and then something happened with Solemn, and then maybe they're trying to cover it up, and this has to do with the whole no fighting rule going on here.
Right, because the no fighting is like the this like worlds rule as well.
Oh yeah,
From what they were kind of saying, and it just makes it even more interesting on how they've evaded that, or well,
There's
how
also
they how they got past that.
there's also a name that they seem to react afraid of.
That's right.
Martivira.
correct. They're getting the stink eye whenever you say that.
Yeah, whoever or whatever that is seems to be, a hot topic for them. And I think also when we were looking at Solemn, we found like sooty residue on his body, which
Oh yeah, which
we
is
thought
weird for a guy who
perhaps-
works out in the fields.
Yes, we thought perhaps maybe somewhere near like a blacksmith or a forge or some kind of workshop, where the altercation may have happened.
Some general background information that we learned that's Planet 2 is that there's another settlement of humans who say they're from Eberron. Need to go check them out at some point. And also there's another settlement of Celestials, which, I mean, might have something to do with this sort of worldwide law thing. I mean, if there are a bunch of angels hanging around, they'd be the ones to enforce that, right?
Yeah.
Right.
My gut instinct is that the Spartavira is someone who is persona non grata because they can flout the no fighting rule. Perhaps someone amongst the human population.
We could ask, but it kind of seems like no one wants to talk about that.
Well, amongst the giants.
Yeah. I don't know. Should we move on to another settlement, or do we still have something we're gonna to plumb the depths here?
I think I wrote down, and Toad pulls out also a journal. that
Yeah, another
he has
notebook.
had for a long time. I wrote down here. I think we had decided that me and you, Rick, we were gonna go look for some forge or something, and then Altaik and Valerian were gonna go see if they could find Notor.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, we can do that. I do think no one here is meaning us any ill, and it kind of is. We are being busybodies right now. Let's be honest.
That's right.
But I kind of want to figure this out. I don't know. I just got this instinct that we're onto something.
And it's interesting whenever I think it was Volgi that said the girl's not yet fixed or not fixed yet.
Yeah.
So it makes it seem like maybe it's time is of the essence. So
Yeah, we maybe need to find this person and help him. I mean, no offense to Gimver, but he needed our help fixing up Solemn, and if they don't know
That's
how to fix up humans, then they're gonna be in trouble.
Agreed. Well, we did make friends with Gimver and asked if he could, offer our services, our support to Halfless, Vogi, and Slogi. I think he wandered off to go talk to them.
Oh yeah, well, we told him that they were, distressed about something, so he went to go see his family. Kind of makes sense.
They also seem quite partial to tiny kittens of all things. So perhaps if they have their guards raised, maybe having a more calming presence might distract them and make them more open to our aid.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking we need to be not too aggressive about this.
What are they gonna do? Fight us?
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, hey, but if it does come to that,
yeah, I was thinking that again, we were not going to do this, but we could instigate a fight between some of the residents here because, of course, people have to fight. So, and then we could see what happens firsthand. But
Yeah, what
I
if
don't
you
wanna stoop
tried
to
to
that.
stealthily punch somebody and start a fight?
My only concern is if they die as a result of them fighting, I'll feel a little bad.
a little.
I'll feel bad.
Okay, that's better. Okay.
It's kind of downplayed a little bit, but yeah, I don't want to be responsible for someone's godly smite down.
So let's also keep in mind while we're doing these other things to maybe figure out if there's any like I don't know a fight club. I'm not 100% sold on the idea that people have to be fighting somewhere, but it's something worth looking into.
And there must be some sort of outlets. Sometimes it's a club. Sometimes it's a specific day where rules are floated.
Yeah, maybe like I don't know. They got like some back in the back of the bar somewhere or something.
Hmm.
All right, gang, ready to split up and look for clues?
Let's split up and meet back here.
Yeah,
For our
well,
Gimbers, right?
Yep, right in front of Gimpers. That's where we are.
Yep.
Sure.
Yep.
Or maybe still in Gimver's like private, closed off area. And
Oh yeah,
then
because he's
out.
he's gone. So yeah, we have the whole place to ourselves almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a whole board of charcuterie.
Oh
You
yeah.
do. You do. He did make you a pretty nice charcuterie.
Oh yeah, because they don't eat meat here. Gotta keep that in mind. No fighting, even animals.
Fighting.
You've seen very limited pieces of meat.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, so there's something going on there. We gotta figure that out. Okay, write down the number 4. We gotta figure out where the meat comes from. Okay.
Okay. So you guys are splitting up, gang?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what's the groups here, and what's the objective?
Altaik and Valerian searching for Notor, and then Toad and Ricker searching for. I forget, actually.
We're looking for how Solemn got the soot on him. We're looking for a forge, basically, something that would place hit like some place where he would be able to get sooted up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So let's start with Altaik and Valerian.
Mr. GM, I'm sorry to interrupt. Can we have inspiration?
Check your
we
messages.
Got two. We got two inspiration.
I didn't want to interrupt. Check your gen chat. Take 2
okay.
inspos because that was a really good and cool start to the session.
Check your inbox.
Check your inbox.
Oh,
Check
I've
your
got
account.
I've got inspo. Nice. Oh, great.
Check your online account inspiration.
You got
already
inspo.
sent.
Wow.
Okay. All right. So, Altaik and Valerian, you guys are heading off in search of Notor, correct?
Yeah, I think Altaik will try to, chat passerbys up, asking them, if they've, if they've seen Notor, or they know where he might be at this time.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say it's getting towards evening time. It's not dark yet, but the sun's getting kind of low. Valerian, what are you doing in this juncture? We'll do both of y'all at the same time.
I think maybe Valerian is trying to basically pick up the path where they got lost from Notor.
Okay.
Or Notor lost them. And just trying to, with Altaic's help, navigate where he could have gone.
Okay. All right, so I'll have Altaik make a persuasion roll, and Valerian, you can make me a survival check or investigation. One of the two.
Do investigation.
They got a dirty 20.
Dirty
Solid.
20. We're starting off strong. Okay. So, Valerian's investigation and we'll say partial recollection skills managed to get you all close to where you last saw Notor. He kind of rounded a bunch of corners. You are in this image kind of on the right-hand side, in the back right-hand corner where it's very densely populated. This is kind of like the most urban area of the city. The left side is a little bit less urbanized and a little bit more open, but the right side is a little bit darker, a little bit more urban. So there's a lot of winding corners. Well, when you say winding, when they're 30 feet wide on streets, it's massive to you, but to them it's just a normal walkway, right? So you're feeling very small. And you are able to navigate back to the point where you saw him, and you think you can guess the next couple turns that indicate kind of where the direction of where he came from was. You're finding yourself in kind of like a trading area. And Altaik, you managed to get the ear of one of the giants walking down the road, who seems interested by you. Are you still wearing the colors of the humans that you've seen in the past? Or are you wearing your normal attire?
Exactly. Yeah, while when in Rome, so while he's here, he is presenting with that,
Okay.
Pastel colored.
Yeah, so you generally appear as a tourist to most of these people, so they don't really pay you any mind. But one of the giants seems friendly enough, and is like, "Oh, hello, little human." He thinks you're human. Hello, little human. Who are you looking for now?
We're looking for the boss of No Fighting, Notor. Seems to have
Oh,
passed by, um, perhaps looking a little upset, and we're just wondering, if we could offer him any aid.
oh, that's
You
very
know,
kind of you. Yeah, I have seen him around these parts. I think he's gonna be probably near the traders, the bosses of making metal things, wood things. And I think they make some magical things over there. I'd check. I'd pop in on a couple of those places.
Thank you very much for your time and the directions.
Of course.
Mhm.
Camera shift flies up. And we pan back down to Toad and Rick. What do you guys do?
Right, Toad, what's the plan? You and me, I think, we're the most clued in on this. So we gotta put our
Yeah.
heads together.
I think okay, so some kind of soot, but I mean when we were at Vogie's, we didn't see like a forge or anything. I guess we should ask. Should we ask around if anyone knows where like maybe we could say we're doing it to try to repair our armor or something?
Yeah, just ask them if they got a smithy, someone who can, fix up metal or forge metal around here.
Okay. Should I stay a cat or
I mean, that's up to you.
I'll stay a cat in case we need, you know, to convince people and I can use my powers of cuteness.
I'm totally gonna allow you to give a benefit in that. Okay. So are you guys both rolling a charisma check then?
Yeah, I think the idea is I'm gonna go to like a vendor stall out in the main square somewhere and ask them if they know where a forge or a blacksmith is.
Okay. All right. I can't find it. I was looking for the meme of Sam Riegel saying, "I'm a cat."
Oh my god. Meow.
No. Okay, yeah, you can find right here where you're out in the open. You find a couple food stalls. So you're able to approach one of the giant's food stalls. With Toad next to you. Are you walking on the ground, Toad, or are you hanging out on Rick?
I guess it's up to Rick.
I mean, you could do what you want. I don't know. Just don't put the claws in me.
No, of course I would never. I would do that. Never. I could ride on your shoulders though, and Toad gets up there and makes little biscuits on Rick's
Ow.
shoulders.
Oh, ow! Stop it!
Shink, 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 shink. Okay. All right. So, Rick and Toad, you approach one of the vendors, and you're inquiring. It's one of the vendors selling food, and you're inquiring about a blacksmith, right?
Hey, fella, just looking to repair some armor and get some weapons forged. You know where we might be able to do that?
Go ahead and
No.
make me a no.
Meow.
Go ahead and make me a persuasion check. You can roll either both of you can roll independently, or one can roll with advantage.
I have a -1 to persuasion, so
I have
perhaps
a +0, so
you want to
I
just
can
roll?
roll. Yeah, I guess sure.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Powers of persuasion.
Oh my god. Hold on. This calls for one of these. It's my vicious mockery roll that you just hit me with. That's my mental damage. That's my personal mental damage. All right. Okay. So the giant looks down, and he seems to have more of a less of an earthy appearance and more of a. His skin has more of a reddish hue to it, and you're getting the vendor area in itself seems hotter than the environment around you. So it's like the temperature rises when you get close to this stand. And he says, "Oh, so cute. You said sorry, you said blacksmith? Yeah, they make new wood, new steel, in the northeast corner of the city. And he's gesturing to the same area that Valerian and Altaic went towards. And you can find them, they're all in the same spot, and, yeah, that thing isn't a real cat. I just realized that. What is that?
Meow.
I mean, it's as real as you or me.
Toad hops down and like does like figure eights through this giant's legs.
Very, very hot. But not like burning, but real hot. That's adorable. Am I gonna melt that thing? I have to warn you, I am a fire giant.
No, I think it'll be fine. I think.
Okay. Well, yeah, you're just gonna want to head down a few blocks and take direction. You're gonna head left or right, and he'll direct you to that general location.
Gotcha. Appreciate it, man. Oh, by the way, do you sell any meat around here?
I got a couple cuts behind me. Would you like something?
Oh, I'd love to take a look. I actually have a question though. I mean, I get the impression you're not allowed to hunt anything here. So where does the meat come from?
That is correct. No fighting, but
Yeah, no fighting.
but yeah, occasionally our lovely farmers in the field will find some animals who, time has taken its toll. So, we use every bit of everything that's found on the land. So, they don't last long in the market, but yeah.
Gotcha.
They are consumed. They're not killed, no fighting. And
Got
so,
any,
yeah.
no fighting.
Mm-hmm.
What kind
You got any-
of meat is it?
Oh, yeah, the cat has a question.
Meow.
Did this thing just speak to me? I have
I'm a
questions.
ventriloquist. Sorry,
Ah.
I just had to show off.
Oh, okay. I have a deer and I have rat, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's an acquired taste.
Do you have any deer jerky?
Let me check real quick. And he just jumps around the flap in the back, checks in his stores. And you hear a voice, I got a couple pounds. Not much, but would you like some?
Pounds? Oh, jeez. What do you say, like half a pound? We could split it while we go.
Can we get it sliced like sandwich thickness?
Yeah, the cat. Yeah, can we get like a couple deli slices?
I could do that.
Like a half a pound deli slice deer meat.
Yeah, I should be able to do that. Yeah, give me just a minute. Yeah, give me 2 minutes.
Make it giant size. Don't tell it to us. We want authentic.
Oh, okay. Getting the real experience. All right.
Yeah, Hey,
Hey, what you got to trade for this? What you got?
We have gold. Is gold acceptable currency in these parts?
Not really. I think the boss of half was the boss of people. We'll take that for some big stuff, but we don't really use it. It kind of all melts in my hand, if you understand. Yeah, I mean,
mistake.
You got other food, something different kind of food that I can try or maybe sell?
You tell me, Toad.
Oh, I think I'm gonna freak this guy out, and then Toad drops wild shape.
Okay, so look.
He's still behind the curtain. Like you hear him slicing him up.
Drops wild shape and digs around in the bag of holding, pulls out some purple worm jerky. We have so much purple worm meat.
Okay. Yeah, I think we can make this work. I have some purple worm jerky. If that would interest you.
What is that? Is it edible? You said jerky. Have you eaten it before? Is it safe for giants?
Well,
I
mean, actually, it might be the first giant we've ever shared it with.
Hey, I like unique things just as much as the next big fella. Yeah, let me finish slicing this up. I'll be right out.
Yeah, we can do a little trade.
Alrighty, let's see if this is to your liking. His cuts of meat are like 3/4, basically they're like 4 inches thick. So these sandwiches are like the slices of jerky are just fat. So they're like more tall than they are short, or than they are long. So it basically looks like deer jerky burgers to you. But basically, like, they're they're like 4 inches high, and they're different because they're still cutting a normal sized deer, but it's like 4 feet across. So it's like a giant sub. The size of the giant sub is the size of the deer jerky cut.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I got about 3 pounds of this here. You said you got this strange worm meat
Purple
thing.
worm, yeah. Well,
Purple
it's
worm?
W-U-R-M, not O-R-M. It's
Oh, okay.
big old creature from another planet. It's
Okay.
alien. I mean, it'd be pretty unique.
I can't disagree with that. I'll be right with you, robot individual. As he gestures to Toad.
Oh yeah, I don't know who that person is.
Yeah, I'll wait. It's okay. I don't mind.
Your voice sounds familiar. Where's the cat?
Oh, they went off hunting for rats. The rats are normal size around here.
I mean, to us, we've been
Oh.
told that things that are normal to me. I mean, it might be like, the rats are about your size. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. They may be more of
Okay.
a threat to you.
Well, I gotta go find my feline friend after we make this trade.
Okay then, yeah. Let me take a look at this here. Mind if I try a piece? Make sure it doesn't kill anyone I've tried to sell this to.
Absolutely not, my friend. Chew and spit. You know, just test it out.
Okay, all right then. And he samples it, and he takes a minute. It's very chewy.
Mm-hmm.
It's very.
seasoned.
It is seasoned. It's tough because it's jerky, and it's very dense because it's like straight muscle. And he's like, "Hey, this isn't that bad. Yeah, how much more you got of that stuff? You got a lot of that stuff. I think this would sell pretty good. You had a little spice to that piece."
You know, we
And he
have
like coughs out flame for a second there.
we do actually have a little bit of a surplus of this on our ship. I may be able to hook you up with a supply of it, if you'd be willing to trade.
Yeah,
In a larger respect.
absolutely. I'm not quite sure what else. If you're only looking for meat, I don't know how much more I can sell you, but
Yeah. I mean, honestly, we could use some variety on our ship. I gotta be honest with you.
tell you what, I've got some favors of some folks that owe me in the market. If you bring enough purple worm, I'll pass off some slips of favors for some folks that I know. Just drop my name. My name's Talani.
Okay, gotcha. Let me write that down in
Yeah.
my notebook that I carry around with me at all times.
Yep, give me 1 second.
All
Wait.
right, and that is Talani. Gotcha.
Yep,
Okay.
character chat. Yep. But yeah, just let me know how many. I guess I'm gonna be here with the stall for about another hour, but I'll be here tomorrow too, assuming that the meat is still good. I'm sure it'll sell pretty good.
Yeah, I'll get my quartermaster in contact with you. Maybe we can arrange something.
Oh, sounds excellent. Absolutely. Yeah, I'll just let me know. Tell him. What should I expect from this individual? Is this someone from the ship that came in today?
Oh yeah, the little ship that came in.
The little ship that came in today. Okay.
They'll
Alright.
say they'll be representing the Dragonhawk. So
Okay. That's a pretty good name. I like that.
that's a nice name, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll give you good rates for that. Yeah, just bring it on by, and good luck finding your blacksmith. I hope you enjoy that deer jerky there.
Oh, thank you so much.
Absolutely. You have a good day. No fighting.
No fighting. All right, we gotta split this thing. I can't eat this by myself.
Yeah, we could just put it in. Oh, sir, I actually I just realized I don't eat, so I don't need help. Have a good day.
You as well. Take care.
Put it in the bag of holding. I think there's probably some space in there, so.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't get dirty in there.
Yeah.
What else is in there?
I don't. Some potions and
Purple worm
recording
poison.
crystals, a couple vials of purple worm poison.
Why is the bottom of the bag wet?
a lantern of revealing,
Lots of fun stuff. I love it.
some spell scrolls.
All right, guess we didn't need to split up with the gang because I guess we're heading right back in the direction. But
You
Yeah.
are.
Nonetheless.
Yep.
Do you think animals are allowed to fight on the planet? Are
hmm,
are like predators able to hunt prey?
I'm gonna have to ask Solemn about that when
Yeah.
whenever he comes back around.
Yeah. Hey, you're not like tired of purple worm meat, are you? You said you wanted to diversify.
Oh well,
Which,
I just figured you wanted to cook some new stuff.
yeah, I mean, I think it would be fun to try out new stuff, but just making sure.
I mean, you can only
Delightful.
have the same thing every day so many times, Toad. It's nothing. It's not an insult to your culinary expertise or anything.
I don't have taste buds, so I don't know
Oh,
what
well,
that
yeah, it is. It is.
like.
Look, okay, it is getting a little old.
Okay, I appreciate Toad like sniffles, even though Toad doesn't
Hey,
cry.
look, it's not a big deal. I mean, I'm just
I appreciate your honesty.
okay.
I think that'll help me be better at it. Sometimes I like flavor things too hot, and I think people don't like that too
No,
much.
it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal.
Okay, thanks for keeping me honest, Rick.
No problem.
It only.
A little bead of like oil comes out of Toad's eye socket. It's okay.
It only
let's go find
took 4 real life months.
Let's go find the others.
Yeah, let's do that.
Rick, what a monster! You're breaking
Yeah, I
Toad's
know.
heart.
I know. Look, it had to happen at some point.
All right, camera pans up, and now, Altaic and Valerian, you have popped your head in a couple places. In this kind of, I guess, traders market. I guess this is more of like the industrial section. You've popped a couple heads in, asking about Notor, and they said they're not there. Notor is further down. So as you all converge at this market area, you have, by process of elimination, gotten rid of all the bosses of making wood things and all but one of the bosses of making steel things. So you all converge simultaneously in the street, avoiding giants walking around you, to one location. And Altaic and Valerian, you see
Awesome.
Toad and Rick carrying this massive hunk of meat. Or, no, that's right, Toad put it in their bag.
Mhm.
So,
Out of curiosity, does Toad look like they've been crying?
And Toad's head is maybe down a little, and is
Oh.
maybe like kicking a pebble down the road.
It's like, oh, how fares you? Did everything go well?
Yeah, we learned about where meat comes from, and we also, I guess, got led here, which is pretty funny. We split up, and then now we're right back together, and nothing else happened.
Did you? He hears you found out where meat comes from, and then he looks to Toad. It's like, oh, that must have been quite traumatizing.
Toad very lost in thought. What? Oh, yeah. We got some deer meat. Takes out a chunk, hands it to Altaic and to Valerian. In case you're
Okay.
hungry, if you need a snack.
Oh,
I know we just
Ah.
had a charcuterie board, but it's been at least 5 minutes, and I don't know how
Mhm.
often humans need to eat. Or whatever you are, Altaic. I don't know how often you need to eat.
Larian
love
starts
each other.
chomping down. Actually, do you need to eat? I'll take.
Anything that lives needs to eat.
I live. I don't think I've ever eaten anything.
I mean, are you sure? Are you making something from nothing? Nothing enters your system. You produce no byproducts.
Like,
Like a stone dropping into a river and making no ripples. Are you somehow immune to this?
I mean, I don't Toad's having an existential crisis.
Okay, Toad, we can.
It's a
we can
lot
go
of
over
big
this later.
questions. We
I
can.
don't know. Can we just?
Yeah. Look, I'll
Yeah,
already
we
know
can
the
talk about
answer
the
to these
meaning of
questions.
life a little later, but we need to find Notor.
Exactly. So if you don't want the answers to these questions, everyone, maybe you should stop asking them. He just eats a little bit more deer meat as a closer. So we heard that Notor would, might be found in these hereabouts. Hereabouts. Where are you in your investigation?
Well, they just pointed us. A kindly vendor pointed us over to the industrial section over here, and right now we're still in the midst of trying to find a forge.
Well, we've talked to everyone except for one steel boss, right?
Yes.
I believe. Okay, yeah. So we have one more boss to go check out. Maybe we can find some clues.
Yeah, seems like we're heading to the same place.
Off we go.
That's the beginning of the Air Force song, and it triggers me every time I hear that phrase. Also, complete side tangent. That whole joke that we had in chat about Altaic just going weird and then blank-eyed staring. That's become like an inside joke in our house. We do it all the fucking time now. I just wanted to tell you guys because it's hilarious to Sasha and I. Okay. As the four of you enter in, a wave of heat hits you, and a normal blacksmith has the sounds of like ringing metal and heat and smoke. But the smoke in here seems significantly denser than any other place that you've been to, either on Eberron or any of the shops that you visited on this street. It almost feels like you're walking into like a cigar shop or like someone who's hotboxing a house. It is incredibly dense and thick.
Nice.
You still hear the ringing of metal in the back of the room, and you can kind of make your way to a large countertop. But that's all you see because of how obscured your vision.
Yep.
Hello? Anyone here? Hello?
You hear ting, 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 and as soon as you start talking, assuming that you're speaking up loud enough, you hear ting, 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 ting. Be right there. And you hear heavy footsteps approach the counter, and you see a familiar figure step up to the counter. Says, "What can I help you? What can I help you with?" As he has a look of recognition, Notor, the boss of No Fighting, is leaning over the corner of the desk there.
Oh. Hey,
Oh.
you're the boss of No Fighting. I guess you're also the boss of making steel?
Sometimes. How can I help you?
Well, Notor, we have some questions about more about the no fighting thing, but we found some troubling things. Maybe a fight to report, even. We'd hope you'd hear us out. Maybe we can get some knowledge from you too.
Can't say that I'm aware of any fights. It's kind of my job. Wouldn't be. Yep, there definitely is no fighting. And that's my job. So can't say that we would consider that anyone would be fighting, because that would be ridiculous, right? Yeah.
Hey, Toad, didn't you have a question about animals and them fighting?
Alright, insight checking.
Yeah. Go ahead. Anyone else doing anything of the like or similar?
Oh, I'll throw a little insight check in there as Toad is like. Also, just wondering. I know that there's like no hunting and stuff involved or allowed, but like, are there like wolves or other, you know, predatory animals, and do they hunt, and is that allowed?
So, based on your insight checks, he seems very nervous at this line of questioning. He seems incredibly uncomfortable, and you can already tell that he's just saying shit to end this line of conversation. He's gonna be like, "No predators, no fighting. Can I make you something in the forge?"
Oh, actually, so if no one's fighting, then I guess you gotta have like what? Why do you need a boss of no fighting then if nobody's fighting?
How do you enforce it?
Uh,
Like,
I mean, sorry. Let me explain. We're tourists. We're from another planet. There's lots of fighting where we come from, and we're just trying to figure out how you guys make it work. You know?
really? You're
Yeah,
not from Peros?
Oh no, yeah, that's I think the confusion going on here.
His eyes like kind of shimmer.
base
Oh,
or
what's the meeting like?
Oh, I mean it's well, the place we come from, the fighting got so bad, an entire nation of people got destroyed by a giant cloud of awful gas that never dissipates and has turned it into a wasteland. So
At this point, I'll take like one to cut and be like, but there's also, you know, glorious and righteous fights, and some of them are quite storied, you know. And you know, he looks to Valerian and is like, in fact, oh, and Valerian and Ricker's like, in fact, most recently we've seen some, you know, we've acquired new weapons and skills that they've been training and developing.
oh yeah, you know, yeah. On a small scale though, the fighting's pretty good.
Would you like to see?
Oh. No fighting.
Well,
Roll.
can we? Sorry, I just wanted to see, like, maybe we can show you our weapons at least. And I'm not gonna fight with them, but if you wanted to see them,
Roll. All right. One of you. I don't care. One of you roll with advantage. Whoever wants to roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Yeah,
Plus
I'll-
2,
I'll
because
take-
it's basically
let's do this.
it's mostly a group thing. Promise not to say anything. He seems very like youthful in this scenario. Like, he's like fidgeting around while he's standing up, like kind of shaking, like kind of wiggling his hips and like looking very boyish. He's like, promise not to say anything.
yeah, of course. Valerian, come here, punch me.
No. Come here. Come here.
Oh,
He's got a smile on his face, like,
Anything-
come, I gotta show you something. Come here. And
I'll take is now, you know, quietly, like hoarse whispering. Toad is like, you are shaping the odds. The bet will be off.
hey,
In fact, it'll be forfeit if you keep on pushing this hard. At least be more subtle.
I'm pretty sure in the terms it was just as long as he punches someone. I don't think that. I feel like you're adding extra things to it now because you know you're gonna lose. They like keep walking towards the back.
Valerian is just stretching his arms as he's walking.
okay.
He's just reloading his fist. There you go.
Okay, so Notor will bring you through the back of the forge. The forge is, to your experience, massive. And the fog, you soon realize, obscures smaller areas and a hidden door in the back of the shop.
Oh.
And he gestures you in, says, "This is really cool. Come see this. Don't tell anyone, though, okay? Don't tell anyone.
Lips shut.
Okay. Come on." And he will lead you through the door that leads down underneath the building. and he leads you to an underground den of sorts. And you hear voices in conversation. Let me load the map. You're brought down to a gated door, and he goes up and opens the door for you and says, he like gestures his hand to go in.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. Oh, sure.
After you, Captain.
All right, Altaik, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Perfect. Alright, do I have anything to aid this? I don't believe I have. Oh, well, maybe I might need to shield, but we'll see.
As
Dexterity
an
saving
object
throw.
comes flying at you.
Ooh!
Ooh.
Okay. This massive object comes flying at you, and with a soft clink, it clatters to the ground. It's like a foam-tipped arrow, like a Nerf dart. He was like,
I'll take laughs. I kind of in shock, and it's just like, ah,
"Gotcha!"
you did get me, Captain. Do you see this?
What is going on? Is
Uh,
that like considered fighting? I don't know.
It is. It is this play.
it's fighting. It's heart pumping. It's energy. Come, more things to show. But please don't talk about this. This is very big trouble with Malcolm.
Hey, we're just tourists. We're not, we're not gonna rat.
You must tell me stories. And he will begin to continue to guide you all in. As you were brought into this open area, where you see other giants. It's almost like a lounge, but you see weapons around, but they're extremely crudely made. Like giant-sized weapons sitting, if you move up, right, because you're kind of walking into this caged area, and it's kind of dark. It's only lit by certain areas of the den. But you see people, like, wearing weapons on their hips, but, like, not the sense that they know how to use it. More like a kid playing with his toy weapon.
I think we found the Fight Club, huh?
And he says, this is the lounge. This is where we all hang out. It breaks off steam, you know. Sometimes you gotta feel the need, and this is... Everyone's cool with coming down here sometimes. Not everyone. Those of us that feel the need, you know. Just gotta get it out. Sorry.
Notor, maybe you can't tell us because of, the secrecy of your club, but has Solemn ever come to the secret fight club?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oof.
He's just like, yeah, he's been here a few times. He comes by. Nice guy. Just like the rest of us. Just gotta get some of that energy out, you know? It keeps the peace, you know? No fighting outside. Nobody gets hurt, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. You
Can I do an insight check? Is he like holding something back?
Yeah, insight check.
Ooh.
Bad persuasion, great insight.
I mean, it works. Super trying to hide, like, how often Solemn comes, and it's clear that that's a sensitive topic, and he's trying to, like, distract the issue. Like, let's not talk about Solemn.
Is this a mind palace situation?
We'll find out soon enough.
Okay.
That's what you get to.
Okay.
But come, let me show you the rest of the place. Come on. And he will bring you further into the den. He's just kind of, everyone seems really, like, they're not hostile towards you. It's very much the same energy as, like, a kid playing with toys. And as you're brought further into the den, he just gives a small tour of, like, he's like, watch out for over there, don't step on that tile. He's one shoot darts too. But like,
darts.
you realize... What?
Yeah, I can't move my character.
Why
For some
not?
reason.
Aww.
Poor Valerian.
Stuck back.
It's fine, I'll
A lot
pull
of
you.
big steps for his little legs, you know.
Yeah.
You guys feel small on this map?
Yeah, I do feel small.
Alright.
Tiny little health bar.
What's that?
I have a tiny little health bar.
You really do. You guys are all really tight. It's not that your character sheets are small, the map's just big. So Notor brings you into this spot. And it's kind of, there's only lamps in certain areas, the other areas are pitch black because it's underground. But he's just like, this is where we make the things. We're trying to make things that maybe don't hurt that much, but we're learning. Yeah, it's fun, you know. It's sometimes you gotta let go a little bit, you know. Tell me one of your stories. Have you guys killed anything?
We've killed lots of things.
Whoa.
Ain't that great.
Generally only with good reason.
Technically, I don't think I have.
Oh, that's a good point. I'll take.
Oh yeah, Altair's new.
I'll take. He's a death virgin.
Unless you kept the previous character. Not really.
Oh.
You didn't really kill your previous character. His Notor's eyes kind of widen and he kind of gets like excited. He's like, "We're not allowed to kill anything. Nobody's ever killed anything. People have died. That's it."
Killing's a little overrated, honestly.
Yeah, it seems like it's for the best. This place seems pretty great. Not gonna lie.
I mean, yeah, but sometimes people want to fight stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
A little consensual combat never hurt anybody that much, I guess.
won't let us do anything. So boring.
Yeah, who won't let you do anything?
Let's go to my office. Have that
Okay.
conversation. And I will drag you all over as he will escort you further into the den. That is clearly, like, you're seeing signs of, like, some competency in weapon making, but it's just based on experience over time. And he will bring you into his office, where he will gesture you all to have a seat as he sits in his massive chair. But he's like, can't talk about it. I'm sorry. But the angels, they don't like to fight.
Yeah. Angels are like that. I guess.
Could you tell us more about these angels? Have they always been here?
As long as anyone can remember, they've been here for a long time, just like us. No fighting, because it's supposed to be peaceful.
When you
Have
say
to-
as long as anybody can remember, sorry, I'll take. Didn't mean to interrupt. But when you say as long as anybody can remember, do you mean like thousands of years, hundreds of years? I mean, how far back does y'all's history go?
You'd have to ask boss of taking notes. Lots of years.
That's Rick. Have you not seen his little notebook that he
Mhm.
carries everywhere?
That I've always had on me this whole time.
He's always had the whole time.
Just like you, Toad.
Val just disappeared. Where did Val just go?
Yeah,
Was that? Did you do that?
Boundary is just doing some weird stuff for me.
Okay, let me pull you back in here. I
And
don't
this is our teleporting captain.
fucking
He's just
yeeted
blinking in
himself
and
out of
out.
the area.
Notor, oh, how do what is your job as boss of no fighting? Like, if you discover fighting, do you have to report it to the angels?
I mean,
Well,
You just mean like a
are you
stern word,
supposed
like-
to? Yeah. like-
I'm supposed to, but
and then they take action. So if you don't, they just don't know?
oh, they usually they haven't come to harm me yet, but when they find out, they use their magic. Hasn't that they get the answers that they want, and they can make sure you tell the truth. I know how well that will go if they ever come here, but yeah.
Sort of an Inquisition kind of situation. Yeah, we were familiar with that kind of magic.
Hey, are you here to?
Oh, no.
No. Oh,
Well,
Hey,
what happens to the people that are caught for fighting? If they aren't hurt mortally by the fight that they were in?
villages that fight disappear.
Oh,
So if
That's
they came
not
here, we would all disappear.
oh wait.
Sounds very
Everybody
fun.
would be punished for one person fighting?
Yes.
And
Be here. So that's why I do this, because then nobody fights outside, and everybody's safe.
True.
People know that I do this, and it's okay. It makes things better.
What happens if someone gets hurt?
Well, Denver heals them. He's the boss of fixing pain.
And people don't ask questions about that?
They usually just tell him it was a rat or something else out in the field.
Dang it. They fooled me.
Oh, I see. So they lie to Gemver.
Not a rule against lying, just no fighting.
I guess.
He's a good guy, but he's sad.
He seems to be, not prepared for larger injuries. We saw him earlier with a patient who seemed to be gravely injured, and luckily our doctor, Rick, was able to help.
I mean, I had help. Toad.
Fix pain
yes.
too. His eyes kind of
Yeah.
widened. Can you still fix people? Like
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Is there
giants?
someone hurt? Well, yeah, we just healed a giant just before.
There is somebody hurt. But I need you to keep it secret. Can you do that? Promise?
And like I said, we got no stake in the laws here. We just want to make friends. So we'll keep it secret for you.
Promise not to tell all four of you.
Promise.
Hey, there's no rule against lying, but I promise.
Okay, I don't know why I need to say
You
that.
have to remind him of the.
I just, there's a lot of weird logic going on here.
All right,
Notor-
either make a deception or persuasion check, all four of you.
I mean, I'm telling the truth. We're not going to tell nobody. I ain't no snitch, no door. I'm going to use one of my inspirations.
I saw
know that.
something that the girl from McDonald's that reported the United Health person is on like this.
Luigi?
Yeah, Luigi is on the same grounds as like the kid who fell into the Harambe pit and the stingray that got Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
Harambe,
Alright,
never
there's
forget.
my inspiration
Harambe.
reroll.
Okay,
Okay.
so I see 12, 10, 15, 17. Okay, alright. One roll deception. Somebody got hurt. Feel bad for her. Yeah, alright, come on. I don't want to see her hurt. Come with me. And he will
Out of
take.
Okay.
curiosity, Notor, what were they hurt by? Or who?
Somebody
It will help
else.
us. It might help us heal them if we know more details about what happened.
Oh, it was a spear.
Just beer. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell that loudly.
Yeah, it was a spear. It was pretty sharp. I don't know if I should be telling you this. Other people know more about this. I just want her gone.
Yeah, we'll fix her up. Yeah. By the way, who is this person?
He'll see. She's a
Oh.
and he'll bring you in to this room. He'll stand at the doorway and say, "Please don't. She's really hurt. She's sleeping. She can really use your help."
We'll do our best, Notor.
Yeah.
Hey, she's scared of me. I don't want to
Big scary giant.
Yeah.
Why is she scared of you?
She's not scared of me personally. A giant did this to her, okay? And she's scared of giants now. It's not my fault.
Mm-hmm.
Can you just help her, please? He like gestures his hands into the door.
Absolutely. And Rick will go prancing through the door.
Why are you skipping? That's so weird.
I'm ready to go.
All right, so as
There's a lot of ground to cover. He's moving fast.
Okay.
Yes, it's efficient, actually.
Toad also skips behind Rick.
Let me make this light a little bit bigger.
It's awfully dark in here.
Yeah.
Let me adjust this lamp. Let me adjust this lamp real quick.
There you go. As you
there we
adjust
go.
the lamp, you see on a massive bed a young woman with a giant-sized spear wound in her, it came through her back, and it went through her kidney area, and she's unconscious on the bed.
Holy moly. Okay, Notor, this person needed emergency care very, very quickly.
I know,
Glad
we
you brought
wrapped
us
it up,
in.
but I don't know what to do. I can't take her to Denver. Please help me.
Okay. Hey, where did she come from, by the way? Is this one of the other residents from that other city?
Yeah, Peros. She's from Peros.
Okay, gotcha. All right. And I'm gonna go investigate.
Okay.
Is she unconscious or sleeping? Like,
She's
is she...
unconscious.
Gotcha. Yeah. Oh boy. All right, Toad, help me out here.
Yeah. So the only real injury is that spear wound.
Yeah,
right?
she has a massive spear wound, but that is the only significant injury that she has.
I think Toad will rotate her so that she's on the side that there is no spear wound. So
Okay.
that we can attack both sides of the wound at the same time.
Okay.
All right,
I'll
on
take the
three.
front,
Let's
take
do a cure wounds. Do you have cure wounds?
Don't I only speak words of healing.
Okay, that's.
I do know how to cure wounds. You're so good at it, and then if you can't do it, Signy can do it. So
Okay.
not as good as you, but
all right. Just hold her up, and I'll get this. I'll try to get this done.
okay.
I will cast Cure Wounds at level 1 on the injury wound, I suppose.
Okay. All right. So it's a pretty massive wound. She's okay. Roll. Yeah, go ahead and cast it at 2nd level because everything gets upcast on this planet.
Oh yeah.
Or I guess you could just add another die, however you want to do that.
Boom.
Ooh.
I cast at 2nd level, and I'll remove a 1st level spell slot.
Okay. As you cast the cure wounds, the flesh begins to knitting together. And slowly but surely, her wounds begin to heal. But she's lost a lot of blood. So she is still unconscious. But the threat to her life is no longer there.
Okay.
You could try to wake her, but
Let me see here. I'm gonna see can I get an estimation for I want to make a medicine check here to try and find out if a potion of healing would bring her back to consciousness, or if there's anything else I can do to get her awake soon in a healthy state.
no medicine check required.
Okay.
Because this is basic stuff for you guys. You both would understand that she's just recovered from a life-threatening wound.
Mhm.
And if you wake her right now, she will wake, but she'll be incredibly woozy and like disoriented. She'll effectively be like under the mechanical effects of like the poison spell.
Gotcha.
This is like I do this specifically for NPCs, not for like monsters or combat. It's the same thing that happened with Cobra. So you could wake them now and you could get some stuff out of them, but it's not going to be 100% coherent and mind of thought.
Gotcha. All right.
It is safe to wake them.
Yeah, if their state of mind is at issue, I could calm them, or I could, see if I could read their thoughts, as you prefer.
Is time of the essence right now? Because if not, I'd rather just wait.
I defer to you, Rick.
I mean, my estimation, they're gonna be fine. We could wake them up if we wanted to, but it might be more comfortable for them, and they might be in a better mood if we just, give them the time they need.
Yeah, especially if they're already scared of the giants here. No need to add to their stress.
I know it's getting late in the afternoon. I don't know, Rick, should we stay with her through the night to make sure that she's okay? Or would we be okay to go back to the ship, you think?
I would certainly like to stay with her. If you all want to do something else in this town, I mean, feel free. I'll stay here. But I'd given the circumstances, I think it'd be I'd feel better about it if I stayed by her side.
Okay, that's fair enough to me.
You guys are doing a sleepover here? You hear
Is
from
that
the hallway.
okay, Notor?
I guess, but I can't let her leave, so I'd have to like lock the door.
So, what do you mean by that, Noto?
Yeah, you can't let her leave.
Because
Surely
she's
at some
gonna get
point,
the
so-
angels and they're gonna destroy the city. Duh.
Oh,
Fighting.
was she not here of her own? Did she not? I guess I got the impression that people that came here were all in agreement, and she wasn't.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, you've caught him. You've caught him.
Well, no, I can't actually. Never mind. I already used it today.
Her name is
My +1.
Her name is Savvina. She came because she wanted to see stuff. And somehow she heard about the fighting pit, so she came. She got hurt. It's not her fault. It's not his fault. But now, there was fighting. And she's not one of us, and she's gonna tell someone, so... If she tells someone, they're gonna find out. They're gonna come destroy the city, so... I don't know what to do with
okay.
her. They told me to keep her here.
So, Notor, you seem convinced that she means to tell people that, that she was fighting?
Well, yeah, all they do at Kuros is talk. They just talk all day about every single type of thing. Her whole thing is finding cool places and writing about them. And it was a bad idea, but she's really pretty, and so I let her come in.
No,
I'm
not
stupid. Let me
No,
fix his
sorry.
feet.
It's not a terrible idea at all, but perhaps if we're here, we can convince her that, that it need not be mentioned. If she wants to describe places that are interesting, it would hardly be to her benefit to have them wiped off the map simply because she wanted to speak about it.
Roll me a persuasion check. Oh. Bogey told me that Halfless said I have to keep her here. Sorry, but I can't let her leave until Halfless says so. I'm sorry. I believe you, but I gotta listen to the boss, you know?
Bogey is
Bogey
there-
Bogey made the thing. Oh! He puts his massive hands over his face and brings down the flesh around his chin, a stressed look. Okay. Bogey made a new potion. It's supposed to help giants see cool stuff and pretend better. But it was too strong. And Psalm thought Savvina was a deer. And he's always wanted to hunt.
Ah.
But we don't have any more of the potions. I don't give them out anymore, I swear. but
Something of a scientist myself, Notor. An alchemist, I should say. I could maybe help with that.
Hey.
I mean,
Loki-
I can't
Loki-
make any promises, but
Loki said it was really good, but Psalm hurt Savvina, so like I don't wanna hurt anyone. Like guts and bruises, sure, but now humans are getting
My friend,
no
you just need a
fighting,
chaperone.
and I don't know what to do. So I have to tell me to keep her here, so I keep her here.
and you said you don't have any more of the potions left.
No, she only gave me 2, and I threw the other one into the fire.
Oh,
Oh, damn. That's like the one place you can't get it back from.
I was
yeah,
scared.
that sucks. Well,
Hey, look. Solemn just had a bad trip. Needed a better chaperone. You know, it happens.
His trip was to the den. I don't know what that.
Oh,
It wasn't bad. He
well-
just walked down here. His trip was fine.
Okay.
colloquially, I think what the doctor is saying is the effects of the potion. A trip is how do I explain metaphysical drugs to somebody who's never taken? Do they drink? Dotor, do you drink alcohol on this planet?
No.
Are there drinks that like light your veins on fire and make you act silly?
No. No,
Interesting.
definitely not. You don't even need to roll an insight check. He's lying out his ass.
Yeah.
No, Thor, have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
What?
Never mind.
Okay.
Notor, can you keep a secret, Notor?
Well, yeah, that's his whole place.
I know. I just, I gotta make sure. We have some really delicious, wrong drinks. Would you be interested in trying so?
He's like balancing back and forth on his feet. Maybe. That'd be kind of cool. But the problem is people want to fight when they. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, when people might want to fight, when they maybe, Yeah, I get you.
When they're not feeling good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't have those things because then that makes people want to fight. Fighting.
Except for down here.
This is the secret.
Oh, so you've never thought to try some drink down here if you're already fighting?
No, because that's definitely against the rules.
Well, so is fighting.
I know. No. Yes.
Okay, I guess we'll stay down here with Savvina. You don't have to lock the door, though. We'll keep an eye on her.
Make a persuasion check.
Right, I'll take. He doesn't have to lock the door.
Of course.
Just rope the guy with the good charisma.
the guy with
Right, I'll take.
Yeah, I'll tackle, like try to like soothe Notor as much as you can. It's like, Notor, this is a problem that we can solve quite easily. You don't have to worry so much. She's healing. We can convince her, and maybe you should relax a little bit. I think you're a little. I think you've been carrying this, and it's been upsetting you for too long.
All right. I'm gonna say, Toad, you get advantage. I think roping in Altaic was a good idea, but So I'll give you something, not everything. You can roll with advantage.
That's all right. Here we go. Not 20.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna use an inspiration.
Oh boy, holy.
Oh. Okay, we'll try again. This is the one. All
Yep.
right. Well, you know.
Two
That's so
8s.
funny.
I mean, my goodness.
That's so funny.
Here, can I give you my second inspiration?
I have more inspirations left. I have a -1 to persuasion. It's not gonna
We
go
could get like
well.
above a 10 on one of these,
Alright.
though. I mean,
I'll
jeez
use-
Louise.
I'll use one more.
Like, I just don't think it's that big a deal if
Wait,
you lock
do you
the
roll with
door.
advantage if you use an inspiration on an advantage roll?
Oh, that's true. I do get a second roll because it was with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well.
So you roll one more time, yeah, because it was with advantage. So yeah,
Oh.
so 14.
Sure, we can
1,
get out if he locks the door. We can figure something out.
14.
I mean, I don't
1,
even mind staying here. It's fine. I mean, Notor will bring me some food. I got this. Give me the gigantic sandwich. I can eat that. It's fine.
We have a party sub.
Sorry, I gotta listen to Half-Lives, but I'll come get you in the morning. Like I'm just around the corner, so I can. You pound on the door to the south. You pound down here. I'll probably hear you. I'm across the way. If I
Tiny
can.
little fists. I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
Are we all staying?
I was thinking I could stay here and you guys could go do something else if you wanted to. But if you got nothing else to do, then yeah, let's hunker up down in the fucking boys' den.
I can bring you some
Well.
pillows and blankets.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long night. Locked in this room. Let's
We should maybe
sit
let the crew know what's going on, though.
I guess they are docked, right?
Yeah, you're done.
Okay, I'll go back. You guys can stay if you want, but I'll go back.
Okay. All right. Come on out then. I'll bring y'all some blankets. Give me just a second. And
Did
so.
we let Valerian go by himself? What if he gets into trouble?
What, Valerian? Nah.
You're right. I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'll take it just giving side eye over.
Stick side eye.
Yeah.
It was at this moment they knew they fucked up.
All
right.
It's like cute of Valerian getting Phantom out.
All right, so Notor escorts Valerian out, and Notor pops his head back in to bring you guys pillows and blankets. And then he's like, "You guys need anything else?"
Got any board games?
Let me check. I'll see.
Yeah, do you have Cards Against Humanity or something?
Ooh, Cards Against Trolls. Yes, I have that. Give me a second. Okay, he brings you back Cards Against Trolls. You guys want anything else? It's pretty late. I'm gonna go get some sleep. So.
I mean, I'm good.
Yeah, I think that's probably fine.
All right. Good night. Thank you for helping the lady. See you.
Sweet dreams, Notor.
You too. Good night.
Good night.
He closes the door and locks it.
So when he locks this door, is it from like a giant perspective? Is it also with like a giant key? Are we talking
Oh, it
like a
totally
giant
is.
keyhole?
It
Okay.
totally is. We're talking Kingdom Hearts keyhole stuff.
Is
Gotcha.
there space between the bottom of the door and the floor again?
There is, but not much. So, what do you want to give me for there to be more? What do you want to give me mechanically for there narratively to be a decent amount of space underneath the door?
Want to give you?
Yeah. What do you willing to? If you give me one of your inspirations, I'll let there be some space underneath the door. I'll let this
Like
door
enough-
be like the other ones.
Like enough space for a little cat to get through?
Yeah.
All right. I'll play your game.
Play your game, Dungeon Master.
Deals with
Take
the
my
devil.
inspiration. I'll get another one.
I'll get another one. Okay. All right, so Valerian, you go back to the ship, right?
Right.
I'm gonna leave you on this map here, but you go back to the ship. What do you tell Chief Gus and or the crew? As you come back solo.
Gus, it'll just be me tonight. The crew, we found someone injured on land, and we're gonna take care of them. Rick's taking care of them with Toad and Altaik. So, yeah, just make sure everyone knows.
All right, I'm seeing a lot of big fuckers. Should we be concerned at all? We haven't left the ship. We've just been quietly sitting here doing our thing.
Well, I'll say this, Gus. It's getting a little late, so probably we'll hold up anyway. But first thing, you'll probably hear this: no fighting. Absolutely no fighting. It's like a lot into it, but you'll get smited down maybe by an angel, possibly.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't know how
Okay.
that works. Just don't fight somebody here, right? They're big. They're too big anyway. But yeah, they are open to tourists. I encourage you and the crew during the day if you want to go out and mingle to this place. Feel free. We're docked here. Might as well.
How much do you
But-
want to trust the crew with going off in a place where they can't fight?
I leave that decision to you, Gus.
You really shouldn't, but all right. Maybe we let a few off at a time just to be safe.
Make them go in pairs.
Yeah, definitely the buddy system. Absolutely the buddy system. All right. Well, yeah, just keep us surprised if we need to bug out quick or fight some angels, I guess.
Yeah, if you see an angel, godly figure flying through the sky directly towards us, just leave.
Oh, yeah, I think that'd probably be better. Some of our crew are particularly religious and may have some qualms about that if it comes to blows. Okay, all right. I'll let the crew know. You get
All right.
some rest, Cap.
Thanks, Gus.
Yep. Have a good night.
Yep.
Signe, you're on night shift. All right. Val, are you doing anything else before you lay down? Are you staying up? What are you doing?
I think Valerian is he'll check on Phantom and thinks really hard and really tries to fight the temptation to not go fly over the city and try to get a Griffin's eye view, but he decides not to since it's dead of night and his officers aren't there and he goes to sleep.
Okay. All right. Okay. And back to the three of you. Looks like a sleepover. Except one of you is one of the four of you is unconscious.
Yeah, it seems like there's like a desk here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take peruse some of these and see, what the correspondence or the notes are about.
You do see writing, but it's in Giant. Can any of you read Giant?
I have a spell for, let's see, comprehend languages. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and cast that spell. It's also for written, right?
Yes.
All right. So you cast comprehend languages, and it seems to be communications between Notor, Halfless, and Vogue via notes. And it's conversations about setting up this den as a necessary resource. You also see some discussions about like where to get supplies and where to hide the supplies, and they talk about building this den directly underneath a blacksmith to hide the fact that there's a secondary blacksmithing chamber underneath one already. And they use the same smokestack. Give me a... Actually, they're not even trying to hide anything. Halfless also talks about the importance of learning how to make sharp weapons because she thinks it's not a bad idea to have weapons just in case.
Yeah, there's a point where I'll take as reviewing this. I suppose like moving the some of the pages like a giant blanket.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like I'm imagining the way he uses his magic. Like I want to say, let's see, what are the components required? Yes.
I was about to say, I meant to
Yeah.
ask, comprehend languages.
Yeah, I want to say this is like a mental remapping of like until the symbols he sees in the page like make sense, like changing. It's like akin to like changing lens focuses, but like magically manipulating his own like mind to do so.
I like that. It's very fun. Take inspiration.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, he looks out and he's like, I'm suspicious now that this Halfless is about to engender a rebellion against these angels. Looking to actually forge weapons, for protection, I assume, but given the circumstances, I think we're on the cusp of perhaps preventing an uprising, or maybe defending this place from overbearing guardians.
I mean, look, it doesn't seem great that they will disappear an entire village if one person does something wrong. I'll cop to that. But maybe we should go and see the angels and get their perspective. Maybe there's a reason they're doing this, not just for megalomaniacal reasons. And if they are, then I guess we're gonna have a lot more refugees on our ship soon, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I think of all things having a form of outlet of entertainment, of sport over violence, could serve the outright rejection of a very common step in any life, of any conflict. Seems heavy-handed.
Just a bit.
I was thinking I would go sneak around a little.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, there's a little gap under the door. And I mean, those words clearly lying about alcohol. But
Are you going to sniff it out?
Yeah, you gonna go for a booze run?
I am a little curious about it, but also I guess I kind of want to get an idea of like how far advanced their weapons are. I also would be curious if there were other potions that perhaps Notor. Remember, there's no rule against lying.
Oh. Yeah, okay. I mean, you have my blessings.
All right.
In
I
fact,
might not be able to fit, but I could support you from here. Perhaps from the keyhole.
I'll take. Can you do that thing where we can talk to each other in our minds?
Of course.
I give you permission.
Very gracious. I'll take, kind of like catches Toad's, like, eyeline. To like begin this, to begin this link. There.
Pairing. Bluetooth pairing.
Connected to Toad.
Love it.
And Toad, if you'd like, I can give you some guidance.
Oh,
as in the spell.
Absolutely. I would love to be guided. Thank you.
I wave my sword above my head and lightly tap Toad on the head with it.
Ouch.
Sorry, I need. I know it's like
fighting?
it's like a weird thing to use as a magical thing. I don't know. I gotta get used to it.
That's okay. Yeah, I mean, it'll be fine. Just in case, I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace. I just didn't think I needed it last time, but
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
So
Oh,
we
that's
did
gonna
that.
like you don't need the guidance anymore. I mean, man, holy.
You know what? Should I go or should I? I should go. I was gonna,
Yeah.
I was gonna say maybe Cooper could go, but I don't want him to get hurt. I'll go. So I'll cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
And then I will transform into. Would you say we took a 10-minute rest before I?
You guys can. Yeah, you guys can take a short rest now. It's fine.
Okay.
I mean, probably took 10 minutes reading over all those documents anyways.
Yeah, we were playing Cards Against Trolls, so
Yeah.
Okay, so then I will wild shape into. I'll do a cat again. That seems more lovable.
Okay.
sort of a cat-focused culture over a fox one.
Do you have... I don't think there's a toad cat form.
I don't have a toad cat form, but we can maybe just use Cooper's icon or something.
Yeah, let's use Cooper. That's fine.
Okay.
Go ahead and you should be able to... You have control of that. You can drop that on the map. I mean,
I'm trying to think of a pun with toad and cat, and I can't.
Cat.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work.
Toad?
Toad. No, it didn't, nothing.
He's named Copper. I'm fixing his name.
Yeah,
I'm
Copper.
I'm gonna remove his health bar because it kind of takes up his whole damn crate. He's got 2 hit points, so if he gets hit, I mean,
Well, the cat also has 2 hit points, so
yeah, makes sense.
yeah.
There, Cooper.
Whoever hits Toad is in for a big surprise.
Okay. And then yeah, I guess Toad will wiggle under the door.
Okay. I just realized you don't have the visibility from Cooper's screen. Huh?
Gosh.
If I move Cooper over here, you can't see that, right?
No, I just see the like I can see the rooms we've explored, but I can't see like that
Yeah.
middle section
Okay.
of the start.
Yeah. Let's grab another one that you have token vision through. Smaller one. I think spider you have visibility through, right? You should have vision through that, right?
If I'm supposed to see something
Can you
like
see through
in
that?
this area,
Yeah.
it's all just dark. I can see this, like where that is. Yes.
Okay, let's try that. Try moving that creature around. Move that
Yeah.
massive bulk.
All right. So I think Toad is looking. Priority number 1 is if there's another potion. So I think Toad assumes that might be in Notor's office, maybe.
Okay. All right. So let's start with the stealth check.
Got it. Okay, I add a +5. And then +10, so +15.
And you can add the guidance to any ability check that you do, but you don't have to.
Okay.
You just have it for a minute, so.
Oh, then I'll just add it to this one because it's only for a minute. 30.
30 stealth. Nobody's a rogue in this party. We're rolling 30 stealths. I love it. Okay. All right.
Without trace, it's a hell of a spell.
You're a cat. And you are slinking your way through the darkness past the bedroom that Notor is sleeping in. So, where's that damn spider? I'm gonna lose this damn spider too. So you see Notor in here as you pass. You can see this, right? You can see the spider token down here? Okay, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So you see Notor kind of like getting out his change of clothes, kind of getting ready for the night. You see him eventually wander over and get some food, but you're able to easily slip past him. And you hear a couple other giants talking down in the workshop area to the west, and you know his office is to the east. So you go to his office?
Yeah, I think I'll start with the office.
Okay. You're able to slip underneath the door, and his office is empty, as is, empty as in there's no one in it. But you see some more envelopes, you see some books to the south, you see something liquidy in the corner, and you're looking for potions, right?
Yeah, something liquidy in the corner. I'm gonna go inspect that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take. We'll like kind of check in and just be like, anything of note?
Notor is going to sleep. I'm in his office. There's some like letters and stuff that I'll look at, but there's a weird liquid in the corner. I'm gonna see if I can get a closer look. Try to understand what kind of potion that they were trying to make.
Well, if you describe the characters, I might be able to read the label for you. But yeah, I'll take. We'll share the updates with Ricker.
All right. So you attempt to inspect the vat.
Yeah.
Okay. How long does comprehend languages last? An hour? Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'll say, Toad, if you want, you can attempt to decipher the writing that's on the vat. It is also in Giant. Or
Okay,
you can
I
just try to pop open the cover.
Can I try to? Yeah, I'll try to. Can I try to do deciphering with Altaic and describing the characters and
Yes.
trying to get a basic idea of what it says.
You can.
I
if you-
bet-
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I imagine the letters to be like runes, and maybe they're like more like symbolic concepts than literal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Arthur's
but
walking in.
this is-
So, I mean,
Okay.
I'll get that answer in a second. Come on in. Hi, sweet boy. You want to talk to our friends? You might. Say hi, everyone.
Hi everyone,
Arthur.
Hi, Arthur.
where are you?
We're in a basement.
Duck.
Where are
They're
you?
at
Tell
home,
me your
boys.
address.
Where?
They're at their houses.
Where?
They're at their homes.
No
They're
tourist
all
house.
over the country.
Where? That's me kidding there?
You just really want to dox my friends, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he said yeah.
Give me
another
your
one
security
who
number.
broke the lock.
They don't want to do hickory dickory dock.
They do
but
not want to do hickory dickory dock. Nobody wants to do hickory dickory dock anymore. It's been a week.
Another one who broke the
It's
lock.
a game.
Goodness. Do you know what that is?
Another one.
Can you see this? What is this?
A spider.
Yeah.
A spider in their room.
The spider in the room. Yep.
See?
Toad
Another
is sneaking
spider.
around, trying to figure out what's going on.
Ooh.
Yep. They're in a big, big room. Okay. You want to say goodnight to our
No.
friends?
A spider.
Yep. You want to say goodnight to our friends? Say
No,
goodnight.
I have to them.
Okay. Well,
What happened in the room with way that insect right there? Is that a spider, guys?
The spider, yeah.
Why?
Well, he's a friend.
Oh.
okay, Bubba. It's time to say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Oh boy.
He was so disappointed
Okay,
when the
give me a hug,
answer
Nanny.
that the spider was a
Yeah, he
friend.
was.
He's
like, oh.
I love you,
Like,
good boy.
yes, man.
Bless it. Thank you, dear. Okay. Baby has left. Sorry, my kid's trying to dox y'all.
Give me all your personal information.
What's your home address, please and thank you?
I know a government spy when I hear one.
Three-letter acronym. We're raising them young. Okay. It takes a little bit of time to attempt to convey the symbols that you see. So I'm going to say that guidance drops at this point, but everything else is fine. I'll keep that 26 stealth score.
30? That 30 self score?
Well, the guidance is 30 because it's 26 plus 4, and I'm going to say that 4 drops.
Oh, okay. So instead of re-rolling.
Yeah, I'm just going to honor the 26 for a while.
Okay.
Okay. So you attempt to take some minutes to pass along I'm going to say this takes 5 minutes, and you are able to decipher that it says, Vogie's brew, do not touch this, Notor.
Alaric is kind of, like quietly laughing while he translates this. It's like there's a warning or Notor. Oh, Loki doesn't trust him. Okay, I assume it's the brew, unless they're talking about different brews.
Oh, true. I'll see if I can gather a sample. So I guess at this point, Toad will drop Wild Shape
Okay.
and pull out a little vial
Okay.
and try to get the lid off and try to carefully scoop a little up.
I guess you guys couldn't see everything because of the light. Hold on a second. So you turn up the light, you can see the vat in the top left-hand corner of the room. Okay. So you pop it open, and you get a small sample.
Okay.
It smells, well, you don't have a sense of smell, huh?
Well, Toad. Yeah, I think we established Toad like breathes through their body, and
Yeah.
so, like, can interpret smells that way.
It is an uncomfortable, nasty smell. And you recognize the smell of a terribly spoiled batch of alcohol.
Oh,
But you get a sample.
Oh.
You can fill up a vial of it.
oh, gross. I think Toad will say back to it. I'll take. Oh, I think this is what they've been drinking, and it's not good. Maybe we could help them. Oh.
It is terrible. But your man
Toad, I think, experiences a gag reflex for some reason. Weird.
something in the servos.
Yeah.
Okay.
While still in Toad form, can I also look at some of those envelopes?
You absolutely can. You can climb up to the table with the assistance of the chair that you have to push over. And you're able to get it, and you're standing on the desk looking at the envelopes.
And also listening very closely in case I hear footsteps.
Okay. Give me a perception check. You hear voices in like the room to the far left with like the big equipment and stuff like that over here. You still hear those voices, but you don't hear anything approaching or anyone coming your way.
Great. Then I will inspect the envelopes.
There are
Anything-
letters.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, what you're looking for specifically?
I think I'm looking for anything that maybe, like, based on what we found in the other room, it seems like we know that this is like an ongoing thing. I guess maybe like any like recipe information maybe about like the potion Vogue used to try. Like, not likely it's in here, but just in case that's in here.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you and Altaic, I guess, yeah, both of you roll an investigation check because you're trying to decipher and you're trying to do this with some speed because it's a slow process. Yeah, so both of you make me an investigation check.
I'll use an inspiration. I'm trying. I'm pushing.
So with the 21, you find one letter from Vogie that basically all it says is, I'm setting up this tank down here, trying to make something new. Don't touch it. I'm not telling you what it is until it's done. If you touch it, I know you will have touched it.
Toad's like,
Yeah.
oh, no person to get in trouble.
The other letters that you peruse over are not actually letters, they're notes of thanks from people who have visited the den, and they are like almost like memorandums of favors. So it's not like paper money, but it's like all the people who thanked him and now promise favors to Notor.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'll take, peruses this and, he muses. It's like, well, I imagine she's place some sort of mark on the glass, but it's familiar enough with the formula, not so. Don't just refill the vat with water. But in any case, this might not just be for consumption. This might truly be an armory and training grounds.
I'll note that took about 10 minutes.
Okay. Interesting. Can I say that Toad, like, as they're looking at like the letters in the vat, has pulled out a recording crystal and is like,
Absolutely.
okay, is recording everything.
Absolutely.
Is this like a strategy map? Like a battle map?
That is a generic. Yeah, actually, yes. You see a spot indicated in the corner that is indicated as Harmony. So it seems to be a geographical map of the area.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go see if I can get more information of like how far their weapon creation is. So Toad will shift back into a cat. It's my last wild shape charge.
Okay.
And I think try to sneak towards the workshop.
Okay. All right. I need a new stealth roll. Pass without a trace is still up, but guidance is not up.
Ooh, I'll use an inspiration and reroll that. It's my last inspiration.
Okay.
32.
Holy shit. Okay. That's cool.
I will say Toad does put the recording crystal away before. I think Toad understands that it's very visible.
Yes, it is.
Puts it back away.
Okay. That's totally fine. I'll penalize you for that. The recording crystals are a tool for you all. So as you make your way back down to the workshop, I'm assuming you can see through the vision of this creature.
Are you paying the workshop? Oh, I
guess you
can't,
can't, huh? Let me just move you.
No.
Let me just move you. We're trying to do a whole lot. I'll just move your icon.
Yeah, it's a big Fight Club.
Normal
Okay,
size to
I
them.
can.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
can see now. Like again, like this area here, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is all supposed to be dark.
Yes, it's supposed to be dark because
Okay.
it's pitch black without the lights.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep. Okay. So you creep past two giants who are partially trying to organize, but you get the sense that they're like a kid trying to put away their toys and they're like kind of playing with them at the same time. And that's what you get in here. You also see, like, if you get up a little bit closer, do you have dark vision? In cat form? You would, huh?
As a cat, it doesn't say that I do. No.
I think new cats in like the DMG 2024 have dark vision.
Yeah, I'm giving you fucking dark vision.
Okay.
Cats have dark vision.
Yeah, I was gonna
yeah,
say.
I think that
Dark
makes
vision.
sense. Yeah. Like I'm not. I
Yeah,
agree.
I remember seeing a post about like, thank God they finally fixed it.
Yeah, that's
They
a
got dark vision 62.
stupid rule. I'm changing. So as you get a little bit closer, I'll just amp up the lights a little bit so you can see a little bit more of this room. Just because of the way this is set up. And that's not what I meant to do. I just do this. So you're probably able to see a little bit more.
Yes.
With your
yeah.
dark vision, no longer obscured, is
Oh.
what appear to be like very crude and rudimentary, like first gen Revolutionary War cannon. And you hear a banging sound coming from the door to the north, like an armor, like a blacksmithing. Blacksmith striking an anvil.
Okay. So in this room, I see the cannons. I'm assuming these are like sharp instruments,
Mm-hmm.
like
The-
spears and
Yep,
stuff.
they're the beginnings of weapons. Yep, spears and such.
What are these?
Those are very rudimentary attempts at armor, but they look like absolute hog shit. I don't even know if they could be classified as working armor. It's more like they bent metal crudely, and like it's clear that like if someone wore this, it would cut into their flesh. And it looks like it's all the. It looks like it's being set in a pile for scrap.
Okay.
And you see a door to your west and a door to your north. Where you're standing.
Okay, so I know this is probably where the blacksmith is, north, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I listen through the door to the east, see if I hear anything?
Door to
Or
the
I guess
east,
this one?
the west.
Or
Yeah,
the west? Sorry,
yeah,
the
if-
west.
The west. Yeah. Give me a perception check.
Okay. I have the same perception.
Oh, do me a favor. Well, going forward, these will be blind GM rolls.
Okay.
Okay. You don't hear anything on the other side. And you do have enough room to slip through these doors.
No, I'm gonna slip through the quiet door.
Found yourself in a bathroom.
Oh, I'm gonna slip back out of the. Well, do people brew?
Don't smell good.
No. Toad leaves the bathroom. Ugh. I'll take. I think I found where they.
Turlet wine.
Like, ew. If you need to pee, though, I know where you can go.
You fall in.
And okay, Toad will, I guess, try to sneak into the blacksmith.
Okay. All right. So the first door you can get under easily enough,
Okay.
but there's a second door in this room. Let me open this door. There's a second door in this room that is sealed to the bottom. It's a metallic door versus the wooden ones you've been going through.
Interesting. Okay. And there's no this isn't where the I don't see the blacksmith. Or
You don't
anything.
see it, but you hear the metallic clanging just on the other side of this door.
On the other side of the door. Okay. Okay. And I can't really see anything. There's something else in this room.
No, it's just a short hallway that seems to just lead into this next door that is definitely more secure and sealed off.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. I'm guessing that these stairs go upstairs, right?
Yeah, those stairs lead back to the way that you came.
Okay. Can I go through this door?
You absolutely can. So that's kind of where you came into the entrance. And so as you creep under this door real quick, you find yourself back in the long hallway with some traps that you were too late to activate. Let me expand the light real quick. At the end of this hallway is another door.
Oh, is that anything? What are
That
those?
is the.
Are those traps?
Those are clearly like upon looking like it's not well disguised traps, and you see them loaded with the foam arrows.
Foam arrows. That's so silly.
They're like soft, blunt arrows. Don't hurt you.
Interesting.
The door is open, so you can see some of the giants in there still like lounging around, playing pool. Just kind of generally, it's a recreational room.
Are they chatting?
The two that are down by the pool table are chatting. They're talking about the game. They're mildly ribbing at each other. Kind of like a conspiratorial, like, ooh, you said a bad word, but like talking shit in a game of pool.
Interesting. And then, what about these guys? Can I
Yeah.
go closer?
Yeah, you can move
eavesdrop
closer.
on them?
Absolutely. So roll me another stealth check, please.
Okay.
Blind GM roll. Okay. So you managed to sneak past the column. You managed to sneak past the columns, and I'll say you go to about here to try to eavesdrop on them.
Yeah.
Yep. So they're playing a game of chess. And they seem to be discussing, like, their work days. Like, they're just bitching about their work and how boring it is, and they're so happy this place is here. And they wish that there was more places like this.
Okay. Toad thinks I'll take. I think these giants seem to live like a pretty boring life, and the fighting is like an outlet for them. I found a sealed door where the blacksmith is. I don't really know. Is this another room? Down
What's
here?
that? Down where?
Down south?
Down south is the way that you came in.
Oh, okay.
I
But
increased
what
the lights.
Were these stairs then that were back, like in the room where the cannons were?
Yeah, let me increase the light.
Yeah, I'll take. We'll be reporting to Rickards. It's like, oh, well, she has scanned most
Okay.
of the
Yeah,
black.
those stairs just lead up to the doorway that you came through. So it just goes, it's a 90-degree stairwell that goes back up.
Okay, so two entrances to down here.
Well, that doorway goes back into the way that you came towards, like, where Notor is and where your party is. So there's only one door over here, and it's on the second story.
Right, so sorry, the room I'm in right now,
Yes.
south of me, that's where we came in.
That's where you came in.
Okay, and then the room that's to the east, where the door is, that you're kind of backtracking, the
Yep.
stairs that are at the south of that map, those also just go back up to the top.
To the top, to up here, yes.
Okay, so yes, two different entrances in. Or do they connect these two entrances?
Those are not connected whatsoever. That's not an entrance, so... Hold on, let me just pull your character back in, because I think the light, you should be able to see.
Right, because if I understood that these stairs weren't the entrance we came in, I would have gone up these stairs. But when I asked, you said this is where we came from. So
let me
wanted to make
see,
sure.
the light should load now. So you see that door up here is
okay.
Does it make sense now?
Okay.
Yeah,
Understood.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't think I'm gonna find anything else. I think I've gone through all the doors.
Most. You're missing the room that you checked on. There's a door down here. There's a door on the way back to the area where your party is over here that you haven't checked out.
Okay. I'm gonna check this one.
Okay, gotcha. You can slip under the door. Oh, that's fair. You wouldn't have even seen the door icon.
No. Yeah.
There you go. All right, so you step into another bedroom. It seems underutilized. Seems to be a relatively empty room.
Okay.
You hear, as you're kind of looking around this room, you hear footsteps to the north of you.
Like headed my direction?
Headed your direction.
Okay, Toad's gonna hide under the bed.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Okay.
Okay. You hide under the bed as you hear heavy footsteps from the north that seem to head into the four-way stop and then head to the west.
I'm gonna follow them.
I'll honor that same stealth check. I will say you're at about 40 minutes now of exploration.
Okay.
You see Notor heading out the door and heading back down to the common areas. Do you follow him?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so you follow Notor. And
I'm hot on Notor's trail.
you witness Notor walking down the stairs, just saying hi to people. And you see him enter the room to the left over here. You see him go in here.
Never mind, I think he's just pooping.
Well, we're well familiar with the toilets in this vicinity.
Yeah, I don't want to go back in there. It doesn't smell very good. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna head back. There's one more room I'm gonna check on the way back. You said it was over here?
Yeah, I'm bringing you to it right now.
Okay.
Today seems to be an unfortunate day to be familiarized with scent over the Toad.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird smells here. And I don't know how you experience smells, but for me it's like my whole body. I can feel it in my toes, or what would be toes if I had toes. Well, I guess I do have toes as a cat.
Toads.
Anyway, I'm gonna go in this door now.
Toads, feline toes. Okay. As you pop underneath the door, you find yourself in another exit of the facility. There seems to be a stairwell that heads back up. But you're not really sure where in relation to where the blacksmithing above you, where you would jut out at this point.
Okay. I've only got 20 minutes on the pass without a trace, but I can say wild shape for several hours.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna go up the stairs a little ways.
Okay. You find yourself at a set of cellar doors that are locked.
Oh, there's no gap.
You can try to wiggle through, but it may be painful.
No, that's okay. I'll go back to
Make
the
me
room.
you pick up on some voices. Make me a perception check.
Oh, if it'll roll.
No, it's fine. You pick up what sounds like street traffic on the other side of the door.
Interesting. Okay. Like, does it sound like it's the street traffic is right outside the door?
It doesn't sound like it's right outside. Give me a wisdom check. Just a straight wisdom check.
Okay.
You're guessing this is probably dumping out in an alley that's near to the street, but not right on the street. Based on the correlation of the voices that you're hearing and the big-ass footsteps above you.
Okay.
All right. That's the last room. Besides the
Alright.
blacksmithing room you haven't gone into.
Yeah, there's no squeeze. Notor went to go poop instead of going to the blacksmith, so yeah, I'll just head back to the room.
Okay. All right. So after about an hour, Toad returns back to the room in kitty cat form.
Meow. It's me. It's Toad. I don't know if you recognize me, but I'm not a regular cat. I'm Toad.
Yeah, no, it's pretty easy to tell the difference.
What? That's crazy. I look just like a regular cat.
Does she smell like a regular cat right now, or has those like vapors and whatnot followed her?
They smell. That's a good question. I imagine. I mean, made of metal and wood. I don't think the Toad like picks up. Like,
Gotcha.
Scents don't cling to Toad quite often.
Okay.
But as a metal cat, they don't have a cat smell either.
Yeah.
All right, Toad, I heard you got some booze.
Yeah, so Toad draws wild shape, pulls out the little vial, and it's like, I don't think we should drink this, but I'd like to maybe take a look at it and try to understand it more.
Ah, dang it.
I'm sorry. Maybe we should have gotten
And
some.
Ricker, if you want to try or want a test subject, you know.
I think
I'll
I'll
have to
take
twist my arm.
Yeah. It doesn't seem safe to drink, right? Like that's the vibe Toad gets, is that it's not
Don't we
safe.
need answers? Don't we want to know what's in this?
I'm
I don't know
safe.
if we have the other materials for a laboratory examination. I mean, it's your call, Doctor. I mean, you know, we could be brave, or we could be, you know, or we could wait.
How important is this, Toad?
Well, I'm not sure. This was just labeled as Vogie's brew, and it smells vaguely alcoholic, but in a bad way.
Oh.
And I don't know if I don't think this is the same as the potion that Notor was referencing.
Well, I'll take. If you want to take a swig and spit it immediately out, you can.
Just a little, because I want to try to look at the rest of it.
And it's like, fine, if everyone thinks it's unadvisable to do so, we can, you know, maybe with a mixer or, you know, something else to mellow it out.
Dilute it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
How's Savvina doing?
Savvina looks like she has slipped out of unconsciousness and is now in just a very deep sleep.
Well, I didn't find much. There is a room through wherever they're creating their weapons, they've made cannons. Like very.
Oh,
Dotor is surely not being completely honest with us of the intentions. I can't imagine that they are making cannons for the purpose of letting off some steam. I think you might be right. This is a rebellion in the making. Although they certainly aren't ready yet.
No, it's like, I wonder. It could be, depending on how powerful, these guardians are, these angels are. Might be feasible within, given a little bit of training, given a few supplies. I also wonder if they, have more allies than, just amongst their own kindred. This to be a helping, or just exploring.
I'm not sure. It seemed like most of the folks that were talking were just talking about their days. There were lots of letters, and Toad pulls out the recording crystal to just show Rick and Altaic, like, all the, stuff from the letters. And there are lots of folks on here who have, promised favors. Do any of the names look either familiar, or do they seem more human sounding than giant
They're
sounding?
definitely all giant sounding. The only name that pops out to you, just because you recently met that person today, was Talani, the butcher slash food vendor outside.
Rick, it seems that Talani is a frequent visitor of this area.
oh. I mean, I guess everybody likes to fight around here, huh?
Yeah, it seems. I don't mean to be mean, but I don't think Dotor's very good at his job.
Yeah, it's kind of like the boss of fighting, actually.
He's the boss of lying and hiding fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess we should. Well, you all should get some sleep. I can take first. Should we take watch over Savvina? Perhaps I can do the first 4 hours, and you can do the last 4, Rick.
Yeah, sure. It sounds good.
How confident are we that she'll wake up before Notor returns? I ask only because, if you have questions you might want to ask without Notor present. Then we have a slimmer window.
Yeah, I mean, she's just getting regular sleep. I mean, I would say it's getting fairly late at this point. It's definitely nighttime. You can try to wake her up now, or you can try to wake her up like really early in the morning. It's up to you guys.
Yeah, let's wake her up at the break of dawn.
Yeah, I don't know. If it was me and I woke up in a room with unrecognizable creatures in a place where I was already feeling scared, I wouldn't want to sleep here surrounded by us. So maybe in the morning you wake her up.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take I'll take nods. It's like, if the doctor thinks that she needs more healing before we can have a reasonable, we can question her reasonably. I agree.
Okay. So at this point, are we taking a long rest, the whole party?
What's Valerian up to?
He said he was going to sleep, but I don't know if that's still the case.
he's okay, gotcha.
Valerian immediately crashed out like 8 p.m.
Yeah. I mean, Valerian, he has so much pent up energy from wanting to fight, and he just couldn't do it, so he tuckered himself out.
I was wondering if he was hitting, yeah, I was wondering if he's like hitting the gym and like a boxing bag. Why do I want to punch so much? God.
Okay. So if you guys want, we can take a long rest here, and we can take a quick break. Does that sound good? Okay. So we'll take a long rest. We'll also take a break. Let's come back at 37.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Hi, Captain.
myself. So my mic is still on my mic. We are Gucci. Alright, you can all take your long rest, recover your abilities and spells, and all that fun stuff.
Yes.
And you guys planned on waking up early? Am I understanding that correctly?
Yeah.
Alright, so you're
Break
inside
of dawn.
the break of dawn that you can't tell, but you guys have
Yes.
pretty good internal clocks.
Yes.
Based on your ship of being able to sleep even though you don't have a good idea of like sunrise sunset. So the three of you awake. Let's start with Val though. Valerian, you wake up. What are you doing this morning?
Valerian is I think in the morning he's brewing his own coffee since Toad isn't there. Handing it out very gleefully, like very proud that he could do it. But he goes around the ship, he's just trying to see, well, he's interested really to see who Gus allows go to meet the locals. So he kind of just sits back for, a good couple minutes in the morning watching.
Okay.
And then
So
oh, go ahead.
he lets Effney out and one of the other security veterans. And then he also tells them when Effney and the what's that veteran's name? I think it's Hugo.
My boy Hugo.
My boy Hugo. I'm trying to figure out where he is. Oh, the veteran. Oh, I appear to have lost them. After they go back, he'll allow Roland and Jules to leave the ship. But he's letting some people who have some defensive skills and abilities to leave first. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead.
Excuse me. Valerian then is gonna take Phantom, and I'm going to take Phantom into town with me.
Okay.
And I think what I'm going to do first is, after the morning is kind of going on, when Valerian gets ready to leave, he's going to just fly over the town for a little bit, just to get a really good view of the layout of anything weird going on in certain areas.
Okay.
And then he will go to meet up with everybody else.
Okay. Make me a perception check as you take flight with Phantom on a planet for the first time.
Yep.
Whoa.
So excited, dude.
Okay.
Oh my god. A natural 20 for an 18.
Gotcha. Okay. So with your natural 20, you see the city slowly waking up. You see the farmers have been up for quite some time and are getting ready to head out to the fields. So you see a large kind of migration of the farming giants heading out to the wheat fields and other various fields. So they've been up for quite some time. You see the healer. You see Gemver walking into his hut. And he kind of just like glances up at you. Doesn't get a really good look up. He can't tell what he's looking at, but he just kind of stares at you for a second. And then walks in. And with a natural 20, you see Halfless, Slogi, and Vogie near the end of your flight beginning to make their way towards where you know the den. So the three of them are heading towards the den. And then also with your natural 20, you have a solid layout of the city now. So any further attempts to navigate it, you feel very confident in your ability to do so, particularly the urban area. So if you have to make like any survival checks to navigate, you roll with advantage from now on. At least today, because it's fresh knowledge.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Okay.
I'm going to. So first of all, for the for Hapless, Slogi, and Vogie, do they look armed at all? More
No.
than
No.
I saw them. The last
Nobody
couple
in this city is armed at all. Unless you, I mean, you could count the scythes that are being wielded by the farmers, but they are not like combat weapons whatsoever. They're just
Right.
used to break down the wheat or blades to chop down. Like, it's strictly farming tools that have bladed instruments. That's the only
Okay.
thing that you've seen in this city that could be considered "quote unquote" a weapon.
Okay, so then I will just kind of noticing them. We'll fly down, and then we'll walk a little bit of a delay, like a minute delay behind them.
You're walking a delay behind the three of them.
Behind the three of them, yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's your morning. I will keep you apprised. Let's begin the morning of Altaic, Toad, and Rick. The three of you
Rick.
wake up.
Is Savvina awake?
Savvina is still asleep, but she seems to be now kind of tossing and turning. It doesn't
Wake
look
up.
like very restful sleep.
Yeah, Rick grabs her by the shoulders and shakes her really hard and yells at her.
What? What?
No, I don't actually do that. I don't actually do that.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Rick's possessed.
Rick is, I don't know, gonna gently nudge her.
Okay. So you're waking her up now?
Hold on, wait, Toad, Altaic, do you think we should be like arranged here? We should be like, what do you think? What would be the least freaky thing to see when you wake up?
I'm glad you added that last modifier. Otherwise, I would have said coaching over. Like, so, but no. Yeah, it's like, well, we want to make her comfortable, but we'd also like to get her attention now. Perhaps, shake the bed. We can stand a little further back. She doesn't have to know. She doesn't have to have all three of us, hovering over her as she
Yeah.
awakens.
Probably
Like,
the
you can
best.
give yourself a little bit, There's not much privacy in this room, but,
Okay. Real quick, I am going to...
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, you could just describe her as being exhibiting, being scared, and just describe the information.
All right, so you gently wake up Savvina. Where are the three of you standing?
I think Rick is sitting on a. There wouldn't be a human-sized stool here, but on a giant-sized stool next to the bed, so she could be at head level with her.
Okay,
His
so you
legs kicking
drag
the
that chair
Yeah.
that's 10 foot by 10 foot down here over.
Yeah, there's no other thing to sit on. Then I guess it has to be that.
That's
My
it's
legs
gotta be
dangling
that.
off the side. Yeah.
Not even
sound
dangling up the
alone wakes
side.
Savvina up.
Oh my god, does it? I guess this is a pretty heavy chair. Okay. So you attempt to... Are you trying to drive the chair quietly? This is going to be a check.
I don't know. I guess not. I guess not. Right? Like.
I can help. Yeah.
Yeah, we can help.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we just pick. We could all
Let's-
three just pick up the chair.
All three of you give me an athletics check.
Okay. Well,
You're doing your part.
Athletics?
Yes.
Oh.
Athletic.
Shoot.
well,
DC is 10, y'all.
Okay.
I'll pick.
I was gonna
Wrong
ask if I
boy.
could try to use like graviturgy to
I just gotta show
you know,
off. Okay.
at least to not to like I don't know if the weight cover gets it, but like to help with like to give you advantage for this or something like that.
You'd have to channel as arcane energy. Are you going to like use a spell slot for this?
Oh yeah, I have like uses of spells for this. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll
Yeah, we just
allow
want
you
this.
to. I'll allow you to use a spell slot to temporarily lighten the weight of this chair, in a way that doesn't damage everyone in the room.
Yeah.
Chris, did you unmute yourself again for the recording?
I did. Thank you for the reminder.
Yeah.
But yes, I did.
Sorry, like so I was thinking like using like a singularity essentially to
Okay.
like help us with a giant.
Yeah, but not
Alright.
the death version of Singularity. I completely understand.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, cool. And do you want Arcana? Sorry, Athletics.
No. You using the spell eliminates the issue of using the other.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, use the spell slot. I'm not gonna make you do anything.
So
But this is a
David
moment.
watches us struggle for a minute first before helping.
No, yeah, I think it's a moment where it's just like it's like help us lift this. And I'll take us like I don't think it's gonna be us. And yeah, like before he like takes up his leg, I think he's like he'll try to lift it, find it like very difficult, and essentially like begin to like wield this like with the comprehend languages, like try to like see, I suppose, like other get a sense of like other gravitational like forces influencing this stool. Maybe like lift it up, like try to reduce its
Yeah.
its association with what's the name of this planet? Or this
Therendor.
planet? Therendor.
Therendor. Yeah, I love it.
Still tough.
Yeah, because I use nothing but simple naming conventions in my Eberron world. You're welcome. Hey, Eberron loves their super simple, not complicated at all naming conventions. Okay. So yes, you call back on some of your previous experimentation in crafting the Singularity spell, and you are able to conjure a weaker version of that only gingerly pulls the chair up only a couple feet above the ground, and you're able to lightly direct the Singularity to a distance over, enough that you can place it down without a loud crash or scraping sounds to wake up Savvina.
Yeah.
Right, so two of you can sit on the chair. I guess all three of you could.
I think Rick's gonna want the chair to himself, and
Yeah.
maybe Toad and Altair can sit on the desk over here.
Yeah, I was thinking Altake would like be. Yeah, we could both be on that desk.
I think Toad's like leaning casually against one of the desk legs. Or maybe like up on the desk, leaning against something on the desk.
I do want you guys to know that if Savvina looks over to Altake, he will wave.
I love it. Okay.
Go a mile away.
Okay. All right. So the image that's presented is non-hostility, friendliness as much as possible, to include tiny Rick sitting on big chair.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. Let's have a performance roll of everyone to look as non-threatening as possible. As
Oh.
first impressions are key here.
Gotcha.
Yep. That sounds about right.
Do I want to?
Let's go.
Nice.
I'm going to use an inspiration. I have one left.
I will as well use my last inspiration.
Oh, brutal.
Well,
It'll be the worst smiling wing. Eyes wide open. Eyes wide open. The smile not touching her face.
One nat 20 and one
Unblinking.
9. Okay. I think it. God damn it! I'm thinking of Alteric's blank stare now. I'm thinking of the weird doof.
Weird.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. So, Rick, you gently try to wake her up by like nudging her shoulder or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you
Tippy
gently.
toes on the chair here.
Yeah. Right. You gently wake up the woman who you know by the name of Savvina. And she stirs and kind of rolls. Like, she clearly doesn't look like she had a good night's sleep. And she's rolling and, like, trying to get more rest. And then she just, like, kind of flops down with her arms. Like, she flops down with her arms on her side and, like, gives a groan. She's like, ugh. And she, like, slowly turns her head over to the three of you. She's
Ooh,
like,
steady now. Hey, are you okay? Are you feeling alright?
she like grabs her head. Like, am I dreaming?
Nope. I'm a little short guy, and these are my two friends. My name's Rick, and I'm a doctor. I had to heal you up. Do you remember what happened?
She like takes a sharp intake of breath, and she like reaches down to her chest, or like her like area where her injury was, and she's like,
You're okay now. You should be at least. Tell me, do you feel any pain?
oh. I mean, I've got this crippling headache, but no.
Headache.
Oh.
Tell me, is that normal for you, or is this
Oh, only
unusual?
after a long night out. I'm sorry. Where?
I see.
And she like pulls the blanket up to like, she's like a little nervous. She's like, I'm sorry. Where am I?
Well, you're in Harmony.
Her eyes kind of grow big. She's like, oh yes. Terribly sorry. I must be leaving. It was nice meeting you all. And she
that's a
like
problem.
begins to start getting up.
You see the door's locked, and we can't get out either.
So we're all prisoners. Am I a prisoner?
Well, it's complicated. Can you tell us what happened? So we'll tell you our side of the story as well. But we gotta know what the heck happened to you.
You answer first. Who's keeping us prisoner? He looks at you very suspiciously.
Well, we're not really prisoners so much as we are, I guess, contractors. We were brought in to heal you.
And
The
yet they locked
giant.
you in here.
Yeah, well, they explained that they don't want you telling anybody that you were hurt, I think is the idea.
Yeah, Alaric will kind of softly speak up, but it's like, we're not so much prisoners as strangers living in another's home, visiting another's home. We're unknown guests, practically. So, they've decided to close some of their doors. There's no reason to be worried about this.
So you voluntarily locked yourself in a room with a locked door with the giants
Well,
who freaking stabbed me.
okay, see,
That
now
seems
that's
incredibly
exactly
dunce if you ask me.
that's exactly what we want to figure out here. What happened? We don't know. That's the thing.
He stabbed me because he's crazy.
And who's he?
So, the farmer. I don't know his name.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, nope, that's what we figured, but we just want to make sure. We're trying to piece together. You see, we landed on this planet. Oh, by the way, my name is Rick. I already told you that. Behind me is Altaic. And The tall individual over there is Toad.
Hello.
She's like
we-
rubbing her temples.
Yeah, we are actually from Eberron, not this planet.
You're from Eberron, you said.
Yes.
You're from the planet.
Yes.
If I had more time to have a conversation about this, we would have a conversation about this. Unfortunately, she raises her head up. She's like, I do not care about this right now. I need to go home, you understand?
Mm-hmm. We'd love
I would
to.
like to leave.
We have to get some
teleport.
context for... Oh, wait. Can you teleport?
No, if you can leave, you're free to leave. But I don't have the means right now to unlock the door.
I unfortunately, I do not either. When can we leave? That would be a great piece of information to know.
Well, presumably pretty soon, actually. I think our friend that we met yesterday is gonna be coming in here anytime soon. But that's why we wanted to wake you up early so we could get your side of the story. Because they told us that you got hurt. I guess visiting this illicit fight club? Is that right? Or maybe you can clear some things up for us.
Yes, let me go into the story. I will pull the camera up
Yep.
and bring it back down to Valerian.
Oh, sorry, one sec. Could Altek like sidle up to like Toad and kind of like whisper, or actually just use a telekinetic feature? why do I do that? There's a moment. Yeah, it's just like, do you have can you sense whether or not she's telling the truth about being simply stabbed without context?
Yes, I can try to discern, that information, get a little insight perhaps on the situation.
Yeah, you can roll me a blind GM insight roll, and if all three of you want to roll, that's fine. And I'll count that as your general insight check during the course of this conversation.
Oh,
And I'll give
actually, sorry. I do recall that the telekinetic bond was established with explicit consent before. If that's more comfortable, Altek can like come up and whisper that.
Oh no, Toad's okay with the like.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think he like maybe sidle up, maybe like can I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get in your brain again?
Gotcha.
Yeah, just like a hand signal, maybe like he points to like each of our foreheads.
Oh, yeah, and Toad would nod. Yeah.
I'm gonna disable your. Do we need to keep this up for everyone anymore?
Nope. I know it's all take.
Yeah, I did it for. I did
Who's
it
that?
for.
No, I'm just kidding.
I did it for our recollection. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. And we will get back to your insight checks and her side of the story in a second. I'll take. You are also welcome to roll insight if you wish. Just a blind GM, please.
Blind GM. Done.
Okay. So that's your baseline for the duration of this conversation. So we would go to Valerian, who is attempting to trail behind the three women giants who are making their way downtown. Are you trying to be sneaky in this pursuit of the giants?
I mean, it's kind of hard to be sneaky with the griffin.
Yeah.
But I want it to be. I assume they're going where I'm going, so I'm not within eyesight of them. I don't think I'm just like lagging behind like
Okay.
a minute delay.
Trying to appear uninterested or not looking like you're
Right, just
following them.
nonchalantly walking to
Okay.
where I was going in the first place.
Let's do a deception check then.
Okay.
All right. You continue following them, and they don't seem to appear like they've caught onto you following them at all. And yes, they do make their way into the blacksmith's that has the underground den underneath it. Do you pursue?
Yep.
Okay. All right. You're attempting to just stay relatively like a minute or so behind them.
Yeah, I think whenever they get to the actual blacksmith place, Valerian will kind of wait an extra beat, and then he will actually ride Phantom into the blacksmith.
It's big enough. This entire town is big enough for you and Phantom to be everywhere. All the
Right.
ceilings are 30 feet high, so yes, you can totally bring Phantom in.
Yeah, so I think I'll ride Phantom at a kind of a jogging pace to catch up with them, but not before they get to the chamber.
Okay, so not before they get to the chamber. What are you talking about?
The entrance to the underground,
Okay,
the basement.
so... Okay, so what's your intent here? Talk to me through your intent.
Sure. So my intent is basically I want to follow them. I want to see if they are going to kill this person that they had locked up, or what they're trying to do.
Okay. Alright, so I'll say... You're just trying to lag behind them, trying not to get their attention.
Right.
But also
yeah, I'm not
walk
trying to
in.
intentionally follow them because partially Valerian really isn't, but I do want to make sure that they're going where I think they're going, and if I could discern their intent at all.
Okay. Alright, make me one more deception check, please. What did you roll? You rolled a 19. Okay. You're able to kind of mosey in with Phantom. You're riding Phantom through the place.
Right.
The giants in the lobby are no longer there. So this room seems relatively... The giants that you passed in the morning time in the beginning lobby are not there, with the exception of the old giant that was sitting at the desk at the top. He gives an interested look at Phantom. Says, "Oh, that's interesting. What is that?"
Name's Phantom. He's my companion. You gonna see him?
Yeah, he seems
Well,
cool.
Yeah. I'll show him that, basically show off Phantom. He'll fly up a little bit, kind of spin around.
Oh, cool. Do you continue to keep Phantom there as a distraction, or do you move on?
Nope. I think after Valerian will show him off, and then we'll say, Notor brought us back here yesterday. I'm just going back to talk to him and my friends.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard you got some business back there. Go on back. Just be careful, don't hurt yourself. No fighting and all that.
No fighting.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, so you make your way to the back and you see the three women heading towards Notor's office.
Okay.
So I say that you are probably about here-ish, and you see them heading into Notor's office. And they haven't noticed you yet, but if you don't hide, they're gonna see you when they go to close the door.
Okay, yeah, I'll try to hide.
Okay. Alright, give me a
Maybe
stealth
behind
check.
the corner. Ooh, not great. I will use inspiration.
Okay.
Reroll.
Alright, so you duck out of the way. You quickly hide behind the corner as Halfless closes the door behind her. It's because it's dark. So you can't see anything. Alright, so you see Halfless close the door and lock it. What are you doing?
Okay, I think Actually, yeah, can I get a little closer to hear what they're saying?
You absolutely
get,
can.
a
I'm
vibe of what's
gonna put
happening.
you in the room, your character in the room, but that's just because. Oh, it's stupid. These
Yeah,
lights.
it's just
I
like
did them
all
when they were.
black right here.
Yeah, I did them when they were when it was a smaller map. Let me just fix this. Is that any better for you?
Amazing, wonderful.
Perfect. Okay. All right. So yeah, you're on the other side of that door. But you know that Bogey's. You know all 4 of them are in here. Okay. And you're trying to eavesdrop?
Yep.
Okay. Roll me a perception check, and that'll be the last thing to do before we swap the camera back over.
Ooh, not great.
Okay. And we'll slowly pan the camera back up to Savvina and the gang. I'm gonna do this in third person.
Okay.
So Savvina is from Peros, and she's a scholar of culture. What that means in her society is she goes out and experiences new things and writes about them to her constituents and those who also appreciate culture in all manners and forms. In her exploration and trip to Harmony, she learned of this underground den, and she figured why not check it out. She persuaded her way in here, and at the time that she was in the den, Solemn seemed almost had a crazed look in his eyes. And he saw her, and he attacked her. She tried to reason with him, tried to talk him out of it, and last thing she remembers is being stabbed with a spear.
Ooh.
And then she's woke up here. With a note, she's terrified, she's nervous, and she wants to go the fuck home. And she has very little patience for anything outside of that level of conversation. What questions do we have about that?
Alaric wants to know what about this den she heard of that made it so memorable, that made it so noteworthy.
She heard some loud giants talking just generally about how cool this den was. And so then she overheard one giant talking to another giant trying to convince them to check out the den. Based on their description, you can tell that it was the 2 giants playing pool who she followed into the blacksmith. She wasn't trying to be sneaky. She just tried to she basically sweet talked her way down.
Gotcha. Yeah, there's a beat there where Alaric, his eyebrows raises. It's like, you heard 2 people speak about a cool den basement, and then followed them into their basement.
She says, yes, it sounds strange. However, some of the most exquisite things she's found in her scholarly studies have been off the beaten track. And, of course, there's no fighting, so why should she have been worried? There was no danger to begin with. Now she knows otherwise.
Was there something specific about this den that piqued your ear so much?
She generally has an curious mind that she wants to learn more about everything and anything. So she has a natural drive to investigate any interesting sounding things, no matter what it is. And it's gotten her into trouble a few times, going places where she shouldn't really be, but that's where the most interesting things of life can be discovered.
I ultimately agree with your evaluation. You've just skipped so many steps. Huh. Fascinating.
What other questions does everyone have?
Go ahead, Toad.
You said when you came down here that the giant, his name is Solemn, seemed like he had a crazy look at his eye. Was he being aggressive with the other giant? Or was it just
He
you?
seemed mad. And I think she thinks he was just being aggressive to anyone, but when he saw her, he like fixated on her and kept on talking about, it's the deer I've been trying to track down.
Yep.
He seemed to be rambling nonsense.
That seems to line up with what the Giants were telling us.
Mm-hmm.
Savvina, do you know what's gonna happen when you leave? Are you gonna tell someone about this?
Of course, they have to know. This is too dangerous to leave unspoken.
Okay, well, keep in mind that we are new to this place. I mean, what happens then? Someone's gonna get arrested, you know.
I don't
Rick's
know.
Rick's
It's
trying
not
to
my
hide the
problem.
fact, like. Sorry?
I don't know. It's not my problem.
Oh.
They tried to kill
Okay.
me.
Well, so the thing is, we were told that if a village gets in trouble for fighting, if the whole village goes. You know what I'm saying?
You're new here.
Yeah.
That is a way of life. If people can't be peaceful, then what are we here for?
Okay, but that's like, that's like collective punishment.
It's not my
Is that
problem.
like, is that like normal?
You know, you're saying a lot of nice things, but I may have been inclined to agree with you before I got stabbed. I'm sorry. Why
Okay,
do we
well,
continue to have this conversation? Can I leave? Or not?
We can't. We're not stopping you from leaving. The door is stopping you from. We can't do anything about that.
You're welcome to try the door. If you don't believe us, Savvina, I understand that you're understandably upset, hurt, scared. We want to help you. We don't have a good understanding of the rules or laws or how things are enforced here, but is it possible that if you report this, you will also be implicated as having been part of a fight?
Okay. So, we are now in what I will tentatively call a negotiation. Okay. If you want to obtain more details about her incident, that doesn't count.
Yeah.
But Savvina is clearly has no patience, has very little patience with being in this room, and has very little interest in entertaining keeping her mouth shut. Okay? So we're in negotiation rules, right? So on a scale of 1 to 3, she's at a 1 and 1 on both of those things. Okay? So I'm assuming, what is your intent of this? What is the desired outcome that you want to get upon speaking with Savvina regarding not the facts, but her next move?
I think what I want to do is like get her to maybe see if she can talk with the Giants. Like we convince her that this is like, they're not conspiring. Like no one's trying to kill her. That was like an accident. It was like a weird incident that occurred, and we need to get her to like talk with the Giants so that she can understand that if she tells the Celestials about this, like all of Harmony is going to, like, seemingly, as far as we know, all of Harmony is going to be obliterated off the map, and that she might be going with it, is from what we can understand.
Okay.
I think Altaic's concept of this, like, is that one goal of his would be to, like, if, given that she, was stabbed, Altaic would be like, well, I think a win-win for both of us is, if we protect you. We have a ship. We have a crew, and we have a rapport. Quite honestly, there's a setup of just like she was stabbed, and there's wounded people. There's a resistance taking place. We know that Notor is a liar.
Okay. So your goal, your desire. So we're still talking about desired outcomes in the negotiation.
I think so. Altaic's desire in this negotiation is to present. Like, this isn't like a goal of like he wants like X from her, but to shift the position, like the framing of Savvina, Savvina's framing, so that like we're on her side. Like, this is something that needs to be investigated. You're absolutely right. This is a huge deal. But we need a little bit of time, and you might be safer with us.
Gotcha.
Quite honestly,
okay.
Than anyone else.
The two goals I've heard so far, correct me if I'm wrong, is convince her that you are allies and that maybe she can be safe with you all. And then I got from Rick that you want Savvina to have a conversation with the giant and attempt to maybe reason it out.
Yeah, try to get her to understand that, like, they brought us here to heal her. They're not trying to kill her, right? And maybe we can calm this down.
Okay.
Well, I mean, as far as we know, right?
Okay. And then, Toad, anything to add?
No, I think something Rick said kind of is more in line with what Toad is thinking, which is like understanding the implication of if this gets reported, all of Harmony would be wiped out. And I think for Toad, trying to convince Savvina of the understanding that even though she's clearly the victim here, she was stabbed, the powers that enforce the no fighting rule may not look at it that way and may implicate her and all of her village in fighting as well.
Okay, so get her to maybe talk to the giant. Get her to understand that you all are not you're trying to present yourself as allies in a trustworthy, safe place for her to be with, and understand the gravity of telling and implicating Harmony, which may also implicate Gross. Am I understanding those three goals correct?
I think that about covers it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the success scenario of this negotiation.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone cool so far? Cool?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. Okay. Pause that, and let's go back to Valerian.
Weep, 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 weep.
Okay. So Valerian, your perception check was shit. However, your ears to the door, and they don't think anyone's on the other side of the door. So, you're hearing a conversation regarding Savvina, right? So Notor, they ask Notor what the update is, and he tells them that Savvina is healed, and he's super happy that Savvina is not going to die. But he also nervously conveys that there's 3 people in the room with her. And upon hearing that, my light in my office is flickering. We're getting haunted. We're just getting haunted. Upon confirming with the 3 women that it is y'all, they freak out at Notor. They're like, why the hell would you let these outsiders know what's happening, and 2, let them in there with her? They could either A, kill her, or B, try to help her escape and doom all of Harmony. And so an argument ensued. And there's no true consensus made this point in the conversation about what to do next. Are you doing anything right now, or are you just still listening?
Yeah, I think Valerian is kind of listening closely, because really what they decide to do next, especially to that room, affects his people too.
One of them, Slogi suggests kicking the four of you out of the den and banning them from the den and letting them resolve their own matters. But the argument continues. But that's a position that's floated by Slogi. And that's a conversation topic that comes up, like, can we trust these outsiders? Like, why should we even let them in on this business? Halfless seems like she's in the position that they should just keep Savvina in there forever, because like there's no other good solution, because a missing person is just a missing person, but there's no other better alternative that doesn't result in the death of two cities. That's Halfless position on it. But there's more continued argument. And we will...
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think if they are just kind of like going around in a circle, if Valerian's kind of heard everyone's stance on it, I'm going to try to go to the room that I know my friends to be in.
Okay, so you're going to sneak back over there?
That's right.
Okay. Give me a stealth check as you try to sneak away. As you creep away from the door, you accidentally kick an upturned stone in the tiling on the floor as you round your way around the corner. And you hear one of them say, "What was that?" And Notor's like, "It's nothing. I should probably go check on them pretty soon." And that's what you hear as you walk away. Notor is probably going to check on everyone pretty soon.
Okay.
You arrive at the door unaccosted. No one else is in your way. You arrive at the door unaccosted, and you hear your three allies and presumably the young woman speaking. So that's where we are right now.
I mean, if I get there and the door's still locked, though,
The door
right?
is still locked, and you don't have the key.
There's no, like, it's a door lock. It's not like an outside, like, bolt padlock or something like that.
No, it's a straight up lock with a key.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I will just kind of post up outside.
Okay.
Do you have the knock spell by
I
chance?
do not, unfortunately.
Only you had a wizard in the party. Yep. Okay. We will circle back and slightly move the camera just on the other side of the door.
Yep.
The camera narratively and dramatically shifts underneath the camera, the door frame, and comes back up in an upward facing shot of Savvina sitting on the bed, visibly irritated, as she just wonders why you all care about this and why she shouldn't just, like, she's like, "You're all wonderful people, I'm sure, and I'd love to have a further conversation with you, but I would love to have a further conversation with you in Peros, my home city. It's quite lovely. You would love it there. We can go there right now, actually, as soon as they let us out. It shouldn't be an issue. I'd love to show you off the Cosmopolis of Scholars. Yes, please."
Okay, well, about that, we're kind of concerned that there might not be a Peros either after all this.
What makes you say
We'd love
that?
to visit, but, like, we haven't ever been here. Are you not putting your own city in danger here?
I don't see. Of course, we would be able to discuss it with the Martivero. They would completely understand our position, and they would surely side with a reasonable indifference in the matter. Of course, there has been no peace broken by me. And so, what the fate of Harmony is the fate of Harmony. That is certainly none of my concern. Nor is it Perosa's. I can't speak for a whole city.
Right. Well, it's going to be your word versus theirs, though. And I got to tell you something. This is not a good news for you. Solemn was injured as well. So is there maybe a chance that your Martavira is going to see this as a mutual fight?
Okay. Is anyone else jumping on this before this check is made on this point?
On this point, I think I'll take I think he is okay, actually, can he look like more historically? Sorry, this won't be like part of this check. But like, is any are Savvina's work ever like published like in Eberron? Like, is she like a household name?
Ooh, yeah, give me history.
Okay.
You're
So,
attempting
but,
to
yeah,
do it.
sorry.
Yeah, there's an adversity thing here.
Okay. History. Do I really want to know?
How badly?
Yeah. I have one inspiration. I'll use it. Might as well. Well, a little better.
A little better.
A little better.
Savvina's works have never crossed any of you or Altaic's past life as any study of anything. And Alric was tangentially involved in cultural things, being a dragon-marked house of House Cannith. However, it wasn't your favorite interest, but you had to know to be able to talk shop at the balls.
Gotcha.
Savvina and this woman's works never, or anything similar to it, not ringing any bells.
Okay.
Okay. Rick. Go ahead.
Oh, I was like, Toad would add to the conversation also. I think Toad would say, Savvina, you said that perhaps the Martavira, they might be open to a reasonable conversation. Is that something that has happened before? Is that something that's been documented, that the Martavira have been open to explanations and conversations? Again, we literally have been here for 24 hours. And so we don't know a lot, but from the way the giants speak, there is no conversation. There is only judgment.
Okay. You both hit on good points. So, Rick, I'd like you to make me a persuasion check. You hit on 2 solid points, so you roll that persuasion check with advantage. Technically double advantage, so advantage +2.
Okay, and then how do I do that again with the shortcuts?
Oh shit, that was pretty.
Is it Shift or Alt?
I think it's
Alt is advantage.
Or
Yeah, Alt.
It was disadvantage,
Oh, it's disadvantage?
but both were terrible.
I'll let you reroll.
Okay.
it must be control then, or shift.
Okay. Control or Shift. Well, let's give Control a shot. That was
Disadvantage.
also disadvantage. Weird.
That's weird.
I'll take the 16.
Yeah, we'll do a 16. What was that, Altair?
That's alt. Sorry, that was just me just testing.
That was alt?
Button. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
alt for me.
Huh, I did Alt the first time.
Okay.
Weird.
Okay, that is really weird. Okay, yeah, I'll take the 16.
Sorry.
That rolled with advantage.
That was alt also.
Yeah, and you guys can do open rolls now during this negotiation.
All right, here, let me just do it one more time. Okay, no, I clicked Shift the first time. I must have. I
Got it.
must have.
Okay, no worries.
Okay, whatever.
So we'll take
the
the 16 plus 2. Okay. I mean, they've never. They'd have to believe us this time. They'd have to give us some lenience. I mean, of course, they would surely listen to the people who are well versed in Martivian law, and the scholars who actively worship them would seek their ear in a way that would totally allow us an opportunity to avoid that situation. I can't see that they would attack Gross for this. That seems like a gross over use of punishment. I can't see that happening.
Right, yeah, punishing an entire population for the sins of one person, that does sound like a gross overuse of punishment. Now, does the Martivera tend to do that?
I would say no bad about the Martivera. They enact their judgment as they see fit. I admit that I don't really look into what they're doing, nor does anyone, because that's none of our business. I'm sure that the villages that were wiped out were well deserved in the breaking of the peace, and I'm sure it was multiple people engaged in some stupidity and violated Martivian law.
You're sure?
It's the only reasonable observation that could be made.
Well, Savvina, I wonder, you're a scholar of culture, you said. You write about and inform people of interesting places to view and explore. If the Martivera were to completely destroy all of Harmony, where would your readers go? I'm sure that Peros is full of lovely, adventurous things, but don't you and your readers seek more? Surely you do, because you're out here and you're seeking more adventure. If all villages are wiped out besides Peros and the city, where will you go? What will you explore? What culture will you learn of?
I'm gonna have Toad roll this time, because they made the most impactful point to Savvina. Persuasion with advantage, +2, because you hit on 2 more good points.
Nice.
18 again.
Okay.
With how
So-
bad our charisma is, pretty good.
Yeah, we're honestly doing okay.
Yeah,
You're
you guys
doing-
are doing great.
Yeah, you guys are doing great because you're hitting on smart points and you're avoiding pitfalls so far. So her patience is now 2, and her interest is now 2. I'm sure Peros would have many more interesting places that will be arranged, and the festivals are coming up, and there's plenty of wonderful things that I can surely write about more in Peros. I haven't been everywhere there. I can certainly find more material there, and truly, it's not my problem, and I need to be back in the city because they kind of need me for the meeting that I was supposed to go. Oh gosh, they probably sent someone to come look for me. Oh my god.
Oh.
They're probably wondering where I am.
Is there anyone we could, arrange to help you meet?
Well, one of the runners who come to Harmony from time to time would likely have been dispatched by one of the other notable scholars. Gregorios is certainly peeved that I have not attended the Peace Symposium. Oh my god, that was supposed to happen yesterday. I am late. I'm terribly late. I need to leave because if I'm not there at the Peace Symposium, we can't discuss further matters. On matters of peace, I may mind you, which is kind of important that I bring up at this meeting.
Oh, absolutely. And if we can help, let us know who else we might arrange to speak with when you leave.
Well, certainly you're more than welcome to attend the Peace Symposium. It's actually wonderful. I highly encourage you all to attend. It's brilliant, intellectual, stimulating, exciting exercise. But they will not be very happy to hear. Regardless, I need to go. It's my duty.
Yeah, Savvina, again, reminder. You just checked the door. It's locked. That's not us keeping you here. We would love for you to leave. And also, we can't control that. So, I understand you're stressed and anxious about that. And we were just trying to pass the time with a conversation to learn more. I think similarly to you, maybe I am also somewhat a scholar of culture. I enjoy learning about new, cultures and people and creatures. Savvina, can I say I don't want you to take this the wrong way. It feels very callous that you would say that the wiping out of an entire town, potentially an entire species on this planet, is not your problem. We haven't seen everything, but I assume that there are children in this village. You're not... you don't have any compassion for the innocents that were not involved in what happened to you?
Okay. Make a flat persuasion check.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna use my last. Oh, wait. Do I have any? I don't think I have any left, actually.
I have 0 inspiration to give you, unfortunately.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, all four of you, you're all within close enough proximity of each other. Valerian, I'm assuming you're still standing watch at the door?
That's right, yeah.
Okay. We'll get to you soon. Because after this negotiation is done...
I'm loving being an audience member. This is awesome.
Okay. Alright, so you're sticking with that 3, huh?
I don't have any stuff that I can do about it.
It is what it is.
Without being an asshole, Savvina doesn't want kids. And that doesn't ring a particular bell. However, she gets your point on innocence. And if the Marta Vera, she basically punts that issue as an issue of the Marta Vera.
Yeah, she's just like deflecting.
She
basically.
deflects that.
First response being, I don't want kids.
I was trying to. There was more.
I don't want kids, but I don't want kids to die.
No,
either.
I hate kids.
I was trying to say that in a nice way that she does not like kids. Is the better way to put it.
I also hate
I
toddlers
understand.
that act up. I still don't want them to die.
Yeah.
No, I 100% understand wanting to be like child free, but I think that like hearing this like plaintive like plea from like sympathy from Toad is like, I don't want children.
It's more so. It's more.
It's just not a personal concern of hers.
It is youthful. It is youthful ignorance of the matter because it's not her job. Is the best way to put that. Like she leaves it. It's the Marta Vera. That's their whole thing. So why is this a matter that I need to like? Why is this on my shoulders? Is the best way.
We should let the Marta Vera wipe out Peros, guys. Why are we arguing against this? Let them have it.
Yeah, but there is a point where Alec, kind of, shrugs, and if only to.
Who?
Oh, sorry, it's gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. This isn't gonna be the last time. Alright, but yeah, I'll take, I've also been thinking that, Toad. But I very much agree with you. Or like, there's very much a point where it's just like, Paris is a place where people could get stabbed, in a town of no fighting, and they're building a secret rebellion. Sorry, this is not out loud.
Okay, I was just checking. Okay,
this is to Toad of just like, it's like they're building a rebellion against these angels. Like, if we, given our involvement here, I think, there's a big question of, what additional investigation we need to do, or like, where we stand on this.
Yeah, we need to buy time, I think is the idea. Sorry, you're not in my head, so I can't say that.
Honestly, I don't like Savvina. really weird to just be okay with an entire population being destroyed. It seems like perhaps the people of Peros are, maybe not all of them. Maybe we'll meet some nicer humans. I'm very disappointed though, and in some ways not shocked at the lack of compassion. I mean, look at what happened on Eberron. You know, what is that if not the result of a lack of compassion? I would be fine with her being locked up here while we investigate more, to be honest.
You know, either, you know, there's a part where Alec thinks it's like,
Who?
her. I'll take it.
Ooh, got him.
Again. Oh my
Well,
goodness.
sorry, am I on the wrong channel? Hello?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll take it. Just thinking it's like, either she has an incredibly keen insight, like she was truly in the most interesting place in. I mean, relatively speaking, like political instability wise, right? Of like to arrive here, and you know, maybe there's another level of insight she has. You know, we know that there is something inherently strange. You know, this whole
I have a piece to
control.
add to this.
Mhm.
So, some of the things she's saying, based on I just recalled your insight check. Some of the things that she's been saying, maybe from a place of emotional decision and comments,
Yeah.
without playing into that too much. But I didn't realize how difficult this conversation was going to be for me as a DM.
Yeah.
I'm trying to walk a
Yeah.
fine line to make you not hate her, but also not traumatize everyone.
Mhm.
So,
No, it's just like this. We are right now on the precipice of the most the most inflammatory events to happen in the city, on this plane. You know, our goals here. You know, I think we need to, you know, think very quickly about what our next steps are, because you know, it's not just the crew of the Dragonhawk, you know, that can, you know, that we need to be, you know, thinking of.
Do you think Rick would be mad if we killed the angels?
I think he will be more disappointed in the angels if, you know, given what we know.
They always
So
say never meet your heroes, right? I'm really worried about Rick encountering these, like, kind of
Hashtag not my angels.
yeah.
kind of shitty angels, to be honest. Kind of awful creatures.
Rick is gonna say to Savvina, do you guys have? Oh, sorry, I should say Toad.
Yeah, no,
I'll take. Do you have anything else that you wanted to say to her directly?
yeah, you guys can take a
know.
break in this negotiation. You
I
guys
think
can pause.
Toad like fully checks out of the conversation with Savvina and does not like her lack of compassion and is like, whatever, she can stay here forever if she needs to.
We can end the negotiations where they are right now.
I have one more thing to say. Sorry, I think I do. I think I can maybe get something else.
Okay.
Savvina, so regardless of everything else, we're a third party here, and it's pretty unlikely that they're gonna try to keep us, you know, locked away in this den. We'll probably be able to walk free. I cannot say the same for you, and if you want us to advocate on your behalf, you know, now would be a good time to maybe, you know, give us some leverage here, you know.
Okay. Make a persuasion check. I'm gonna say flat because she's mad right now.
Yeah, fair enough.
She has her patience is at a 2, but her interest is at a 1 with that 3.
Yeah. Yeah, best I can do.
Not bad.
I mean, that's pretty good considering,
Yeah.
you know, everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I certainly appreciate that. I would absolutely love for someone to advocate on my behalf to get out of here. I don't know what can be given in exchange. I mean, honestly, it is for the good of culture and good of everybody for me to be able to go back home, because Peros is probably going to be coming here soon, trying to figure out where the hell I am.
Now,
So-
you say good for everybody, but the Giants ain't gonna see it that way. You understand that, right?
Sure, but would they rather have me sitting here dealing with me? Or would they rather have to deal with Gregorios or Stelios? I don't know if they want 5 sorcerers pounding down the door trying to figure out what the hell is going on.
Well, they couldn't really pound on the door, right? Because I think that constitutes fighting and violence, which is against the rules.
Pounding down the
Not
door is a
lively
figure
discussion.
yes, it's a figure of expression. They'll just talk their ears off the...
But I'm saying the Giants might be trying to buy some time, you know, and maybe, look, I don't want to freak you out or anything, but we might be able to buy you some time before they figure out what they want to do with you.
Well, they
Understand?
better figure that out quickly, because Peros will be sending people here. They'll be here in a matter of days, if not hours.
Yep, you're right. Oh, I guess we gotta go.
Thought the door was
If you
locked.
need to.
Yeah, we're
Alright.
gonna go knock on it now.
Yeah, we should maybe summon Notor.
Savvina, if you I want you to know that we're gonna try to get you out of here safe and sound, and we'll talk to the Giants about your situation, and maybe we can come to a mutual agreement, and everything can work out great. Anyway, I'm gonna go knock on the door now.
As you turn,
Okay.
she like grabs your shoulder. She's like, "Wait, please. I'm sorry. I'm frustrated."
Yeah, no, I can understand that. You also got stabbed. It's not a good thing.
Yes, I just a moment to
yeah.
collect my stocks. I just woke up.
Alaric will, take a beat to say, it's like, Rick came to heal, and we are a part of this as, someone trying to, we're also trying to navigate this with you. We've, in maintaining this, in learning of you, we're a part of this. We have stakes,
Yes, you do have stakes. You have an innocent woman trapped in a dungeon who would very much like to be freed and would like to go home.
Yeah, in a village full of innocent giants that you would be fine being wiped out because of the acts of one person.
Ooh, make a... Is this a persuasion or is this an intimidation?
Oh.
Because negotiations can be interrogations too.
Toad's mad.
Yeah.
Toad really doesn't like this person.
Okay. Let's do an intimidation check. It's the same DC.
Could I have been helping? Because this was like a that was like a conversational beat, right? Of leading there. Could Altaic have helped to?
I think it's a stretch in this context based on what happened up to that point.
Okay.
She's just going to sit there silently. She's not going to respond to
Good.
that.
Good.
Good.
This is not how this conversation was supposed to go. It's
Toad
cool.
wild shapes into a dire wolf.
Good God.
And then
Mhm.
lays out in front of the door.
Okay. All right. So at the end of this conversation, at the end of the negotiation, her patience is at 2. Her interest is back down to 1.
Yeah,
And that's where we end the negotiation. I'll make note of that because that if you ever re-engage with this conversation. Okay. All right. So you knock on the door, Valerian. Doop, doop, doop. You have heard this conversation.
Okay.
The door is not soundproof. So
Hey, someone on the other side here. Can you let us out? We're ready to go. We did our part of the bargain here.
Yeah. I'll
Wait,
let you
Val,
know
is that
right
you?
now.
No.
No.
There is someone there.
Wait. How long you been out here?
For a while.
Wait, you didn't let us know?
Well, I really wanted to be cool and pick this lock, but I've been fidgeting with it for the last 5 minutes, and I think I messed it up.
Oh.
Like
It
Oh,
feels
so
like
trap.
you might have
didn't-
a good chance of it because you're smaller than it. What Yeah, I believe
Well,
in
I
you.
actually I was on Phantom's back, and I was like trying to like mess with it. It was a bad situation. But I can't let you guys out. I don't know. Can I look around for a key if I haven't already done that?
There's no
There's
key
probably
here.
Almost certainly not yet.
Yeah, but
No sort
you're
of
hearing.
bang on the wall.
You are hearing footsteps approaching.
Oh, just to confirm, Altaic wants to ask Savvina, before we leave, when we can expect this place, where was it that, like where were you attacked? Like which chamber of this den?
The blacksmith's room.
The blacksmith's room. Okay.
Oh. Oh, Toad to Altaic is like, that door is locked and sealed. Very interesting that she managed to get in there.
Note, it is not locked. It was just like airtight
Maybe not
sealed.
locked. It was quite a large, heavy metal door with no gaps. Very strange that she could find her way in there.
It's just like so far this tale seems to be a, too many strictures, someone in a terrible place, a rebellion fomenting. I wouldn't be surprised if this, these burgeoning rebels didn't, only locked the door after everything happened, or sealed the place only after all the events took place. But I feel like we need to get in there.
Val, Toad and Altaic are talking to it. I can't tell what they're doing.
What do you mean?
I don't know. They're nodding at
sorry.
each other, and I don't know. They're leaving me out of the conversation.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you guys haven't really gotten down telepathic communication that isn't obvious to others around.
Yeah, I
yet.
imagine Toad like presses their hands against like where their temples would be sometimes. I'm talking about Altaic, like concentrating.
Xavier.
On that note, we'll have Notor come up, and he is also accompanied by the 3 women giants. But I'd actually like to end this session here, if that's all right with you guys.
Ooh.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
cliffhanger.
All right. So we end the note on the giants approaching back. Let me end this recording.
Gotcha.